We're in this. We're in this right now. Let's go. There's like 30 minutes left. I'm lost. It's sub-only chat. That's Korean. To wait. This will be Destiny 2 in 2022. The bus. Give us the juice. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Let's go. We busted. No cap on God for real. We wait. What the fuck are we supposed to do? Can't play Destiny. Shit. Guess I'll die. Make sure to stay hydrated. This is gaming. Well, nothing else to do but wait.
Woo! Are you having fun yet? I am. Woo!
Somehow, the darkness returned. are gaming. Not yet though. We got like 2 hours to wait till we can actually game. Actually, we got 3 hours. 2 hours and 20 minutes until we can actually game. Because we got 2 hours worth of it's time. Any Lightfallers in chat? Oh boy. I don't know that much about the new season, as it should be. I haven't been spoiled too much. Though I did accidentally see some leaks of a green subclass. That's it. I know what the season's called. Not that that matters that much. I know it's a pirate-themed season, which is... I don't know anything specifically, really. You had to have been here. Skeleton is gonna be us in Lightfall, I'm guessing. Here it comes. This is legendary. We got like 10 minutes until the pre-show begins. I hope they bring Gambit back. Said no one ever. I mean, we're all just waiting now. The world is held with bated breath as we wait. 10 minutes. Aww. Shut up. Look at the viewer numbers rise. Holy shit, 70K. Any droppers? Any drops? Any droppers in chat? Any leakers in chat? Whether we wanted it or not, we've stepped into a war with the Cabal on Mars. Whether we wanted it or not, we've stepped into a war with the Cabal on Mars. So let's get to taking out their command, one by one. Valistoric. From what I can gather, he commands the siege dances from an Imperial land tech outside the Rubicon. He's well protected. But with the right team, we can punch through those defenses and take the beast out and break their grip on Freehold. Let's fucking go! Who else has their blue sidearms at the ready? Whether we wanted it or not, we've stepped into a war with the Cabal on Mars. Whether we wanted it or not, I'm gonna do it every time a new one pops up in the chat. Whether we wanted it or not. Whether we wanted it. Whether. Like this. Whether we wanted it or not. That is bad. Whether we wanted it or not. Whether we want. Well, but I mean, whether we want it or not, we've set into a war with Cabal on Mars. 5 more minutes. That's 5 more minutes. 5. You guys gotta be kind. But I mean, all on Mars. Gamer Sprite ready? Huge. This is absolutely huge. 2 minutes. Whether we wanted it or not.
Wrong! No, this is the funniest shit I've ever seen!
Whether we wanted it or not. It helped that they're playing my favorite Witch Queen song as well. Right. I love a delicious thirst quenching Sprite. 1 more minute. 1 more minute. 1 more minute. It's almost here. Maybe if Mars returns this season, we get to break the grip on Freehold again. Or something. chat is wild with copy pastas. It's happening. It's happening. The music getting quiet. It's happening. Shut the fuck up. Shit.
This universe is made of light and darkness. These ancient forces flow through all matter and energy in our solar system and beyond.
Who the fuck is speaking?
But we haven't always known this. When the Traveler
Real cutscene.
arrived in our solar system, they called it many things. A ship, a planet, a god.
The music is so fucking...
Its presence provoked and
nostalgic.
inspired great change. It terraformed several moons and planets.
Where's the twat? Oh, is this...
Our
the
lifespans
Cryptarch?
increased threefold. And we launched colony ships to settle worlds beyond our own. This was our golden age.
Exo.
But like all golden ages, it was doomed to collapse. The Traveler was
Doritos.
pursued by an ancient enemy,
The darkness.
a voice in the
Female
darkness.
speaker, let's go.
It found us. Humanity lost everything. With the last of its strength, the Traveler pushed back its enemy to create something new.
And it came with a million ghosts.
The ghosts. In the dark times that followed the collapse, the ghosts chose the first Lightbearers. Immortal warriors gifted with the power of the Traveler's light.
Yep, that's how that works.
Humanity faced many threats in those days. Invaders from beyond our system arrived in droves. Pirates, called the Fallen, came to scavenge the remains of our golden age. The warlike Cabal came for our territory and resources for conquest. The Hive, ravenous worshippers of death, came to feed their infernal hunger. And the Vex, strange living machines, came to recreate our world in their own brutal image. We fought with each other as well.
Pirates.
For a time, chaos reigned. Though in
Holy
the
shit,
end,
139,000.
we came together
We
to
came together.
rebuild, to heal. We built a city under the Traveler, the last safe city
The
of
tower,
Earth.
let's go. We go there.
In this city, humanity lived peacefully in all its forms.
That's the...
The humans, Earth's original inhabitants, the Exos, marvels of the Golden Age, and the Awoken,
That's my boy
a people
Crow right
touched
there.
by
That's him.
both light and dark. Lightbearers took an oath to protect the last city. Over the centuries,
Yes,
they
so
earned the title Guardians.
That's like who
The
we play
Titans,
as.
paragons of strength and bravery. The Warlocks, mage scholars trained in the arcane arts.
Unlimited
And the
power.
Hunters, bold adventurers gifted with cunning. Guardians know that when they stand together, they are stronger.
Keep strong together.
And now, new threats use our own powers against us. The Black Fleet closes in, edging us toward a second
Edging.
collapse.
Witness
And our
the
greatest
throne.
adversary, the voice in the darkness, is revealed.
Mega Mind.
A being of unimaginable power. The Witness. But all is not lost. Brand new guardians rise every day to shape the future of our solar system and beyond.
Okay. Look at the bottom. Among. Right here, among. That was Megamind. Yep. That's good. Megamind. Final villain. Is that the pre-show cutscene? What am I supposed to do for an hour? Oh. Well, fuck. Well, now what am I supposed to do for an hour? Guess I'll die. Is the hype? Okay. And now back to the shit posting in the chat. Yep. Absolutely. We just got the pre-show cutscene. That was a rare cutscene.
When I think about being a guardian, I think about being part of a fire team. For me specifically, I think about being a fire team leader. I think about not only being a fire team leader for my friends, but also for my family. So many of my friends trust me with their guardians. There you go. Very good. Very good. Oh, you just killed your dad. The teamwork that really pays off, especially after a long period of hard work. To come in clutch in the big moments. I've been able to pass along my love of Destiny to so many friends, also to my family. Been able to game with my daughter. To be able to guide little lights is truly a treasure. But to me, the most important part of being a guardian is being kind to everyone that we meet. Your kindness and joy may spark hope in a darkness zone where light is fading away.
What favorite type of Donny cookie is lavender ribbon? Saint? They're giving us quiz. They're giving us a quiz while we wait. That's so nice. Yeah, it's Saint, right? I'm not looking at the chat for answers. No, I'm not. I promise you. I'm not. It's Saint 14. Pretzel. Oh, I got it right. Wow. This is gonna be a long hour. Wait, isn't it? Drift is hungry. What's he having for dinner today? Hive gummy worm gods. Yep, that's definitely number one. Give me number one.
I think one of my most favorite memories with them
Drift is
so
hungry.
far is Valid Disciple contest mode. It's my very first time even doing day one raid. And
Drift is always.
We didn't get it, but it was a good time. Yeah, through my clan, they've helped me become a better person, a more confident person, a more confident player, and I wouldn't be the same without them.
Screeb loaf. I'm happy to do the quiz for an hour. That's fine. I'll do an hour-long quiz. Guess you're not. Drifter drinks Vex milk tea. That's not an answer. I'm sorry, that's not an answer, sir. The hype is real. The day is long. What place in the Destiny universe would you like to go on a vacation? the Dreaming City for.
Destiny ha sido una increíble experiencia y me ha ayudado a escapar de mi realidad. Acá
Dreaming
muchos me
City.
conocen por mi apodo, Deus. Y gracias a este personaje he sido
Hey, I
capaz
was
de
right.
hacer incontables amigos, vivir experiencias inolvidables y atesorar también momentos dentro de la comunidad. Para mí el juego es más que simplemente lo que se ve en pantalla. Han sido las personas, las actividades, los hitos como jugador incluso, y la experiencia y todo este sueño e historia que hemos construido en el que hay un desarrollo de personaje.
Give me the Dreaming City. I want to visit the Dreaming City before it's destroyed. Whether we wanted it or not, we've stepped into a war with the Cabal on Mars. I believe that is the answer. Whether we wanted it or not. Guardian, whether we wanted it or not. Can't believe.
Hi, my name is Lillian. I go by Lily Bean Cosplay on Instagram, and I've been doing Destiny cosplay for 6 years. I started playing Destiny in late 2015, and I just fell in love with the designs, the characters in the game, and I went to a local convention dressed as my hunter. From then, I kind of just wanted to keep going. I did House of Winter Fallen Drag, Sweeperbot, Soraya Hawthorne, Anna Bray, my hunter character from Destiny 2. It always has to do with a character that I'm drawn to in some way from a design standpoint. If it's a character that has a bunch of LEDs or, you know, moving arms or something, I look at it and say, how can I make this? Because I want to learn from it. I want to diversify my skill set with my Spire's Associate costume. That's like a fully immersive costume. You can't see my face. I'm wearing a helmet, and I have 2 extra arms. Savathun was part of the Cosplay Cosmodrome event that Bungie did for Bungie Day, and being able to take a character whose design I wasn't super familiar with yet and create it in real life and then wear it, it was great. There's so many different groups within the Destiny community. You have artists, you have musicians, streamers, gamers, and I think that's really special, just to be able to show, like, this is what inspires me and this is what I'm gonna do to show that it inspires me.
What don't you have time to explain? Number 3 is the correct answer. I don't even have time to explain why I don't have time to explain. Let me fucking gamble my money. Huge money. We got 4 points. Don't even have time to explain why I don't have time to explain. Hey, 3 Eyes. How you doing?
I'm Dan, aka the Rat Kings crew. I've been playing Bungie games since Marathon 2, and I've been playing Destiny since it launched. I'm so happy to be part of such a creative and passionate community, and I can't wait to see what Destiny is going to do next.
Exclamation point drops. It does not work. Acronym for first one.
Well, for somebody who's played from D1 to D2, what makes a Guardian is someone who, against all odds, keeps pushing forward, always making the advance, always moving forward. I was introduced to the game by a bunch of friends, military, law enforcement. I'm in the public safety field. Don't have a lot of time to play, but when I play hard. Long story short, a lot of those folks either got deployed, went to other jobs, or just didn't really see them anymore. Complained about the content and not having it vast. I've learned from D1 to D2, the game has definitely grown. And me as a diehard Guardian, I keep pushing forward because I have the confidence and the ability to see what's happening. And now here we are, still playing.
Rose Ghost is named Glint. Just kidding, it's actually named. Just walked in the
Hi, I'm Steve Saylor, aka Blind Gamer Steve. I'm a content creator and accessibility advocate and consultant in the video game industry.
Feel bad after just
My name is T Morris.
Just a little bit.
People call me T. They call me T Monster. I also go by Twitch Dad.
When I started looking into wanting to stream, I had known this dude here for about, I think about 10 years at that point. And so I reached out to him. I was like, hey, you know what? I know you play Destiny. Would you be cool kind of helping me and guiding me through the game? I've never played it before.
This is when I gave you a little bit of honesty. I said, are you sure you want me? Because you see me play, so you know how.
If a blind person can do the raid call out, so can you. But please.
Well, call it.
All right, there's the Traveler. There's the Traveler in front of us. Let's go. Walk forward. Walk forward. I want you to enjoy this.
As someone who has a disability where it affects my vision, and it is hard for me to be able to play games in general, having someone take the time and guide me through being able to play a game and not try to rush me through things, that meant the world to me.
Where's that? All right. Oh, there he is. Yes! Yes! Oh, yeah!
In any other game, it's usually people don't want to play with a disabled person, whereas with Destiny, I can jump in with T, I can jump in with my friends, and even when we just jump in with random blueberries in the community, we can still be able to help each other out, and that's why I love Destiny.
Did you shoot my friend? That was a bad choice.
It's all about being able to reach out and pick someone up and being like, we can do this together. And that is being a hero, is being able to lift everyone else up.
It's not about you. It's about the fire team. That's what makes a good guardian.
That's why fuck the people that say they don't. I don't run relic. I don't do relics. Pick up the fucking relic. Stop being a bitch and just do it. This is a fire team. My favorite music. Let's go. Pick up that relic and stop being a puss-ass bitch. You're part of this fire team. You met the Vex on Venus. Pick up that relic. Bank those motes, you son of a bitch. When viewing weapons your inventory, kinetic weapons face to the left, and energy weapons face to the right. I didn't just cheat.
Hello Guardians, I hope you are all doing well. Happy Bungie Day. Here's my 8 years story of me being a Guardian in Destiny. I started playing Destiny in Destiny when the game first came out. I was a Hunter main back then. Now I'm a proud Titan main. My favorite moments of Destiny will be my first ever that I've covered an LFG group and the friends and clanmates that I met and play with to this day.
Tells the story of how the Awoken are born. I don't know that. I think it's number 3. Wow, Guardian, you just don't stop, do you? Killed Gaul, freed the Traveler, now your clan's doing wonders. Hello, Guardian. Do you want to put me in a jar, mate? So, Guardian, would you like to put me in a jar?
Hi, I'm Gray, or Gamer Girl Gray. I am an Indian American content creator and community builder on Twitch with the motto Gaming for Greater Good. I started my gaming journey in 2014 when 2 of my best friends gifted me my first Xbox. And I distinctly remember finding Destiny and staying up the entire night to play the game.
No, get me out, let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. I'm dead, I'm dead. Not dead yet.
I found a place where I could be myself without any fear of being treated differently for who I was, how I looked, how I sounded.
No, 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 you gotta
When I came out to my community, it was such a monumental feeling for me to be able to see all these people flock together to make me feel welcome and safe and included. That was a feeling that I want to share with other people, this safe space. The charities are honestly a very big part of my stream because I see my content as a means to an end, to fight for what's good in the world.
No, God, please help me. No, oh.
Building a happy corner of the internet is just about being able to lift people up in the few hours that they spend with me, creating something that people feel comfortable in, they feel like they can be their authentic selves in.
This game and this community constantly reminds me that we're not guardians just in name. We truly are bearers of light.
30 minutes. Fill in the blank. What blank do you bring me? What gifts do you bring me? Guardian, what gifts do you bring me? A barter is warranted. Hunter, you snuck up on me. Don't try to break anything, Titan. What cipher is this? Yeah. Wait, what puzzles do you bring me? Wait, is it really puzzles? I don't think I've ever heard this line of dialogue in my entire life. What puzzles do you bring me, Guardian? I always get, what cipher is this? When a barter is warranted. Those are the only two I ever hear. Ruin, a storm is coming. Tank 14's favorite bird is the pigeon. Little birdies, In the name of the light, I will punish you. Guardian, are you done?
Being a guardian to me has shown me how important it is to stand up for what's right and to defend those who are oppressed and marginalized, just like Bungie continues to do every single day.
Just like the most oppressed group of all. Gamers!
For being real life guardians to me and everyone else across the world. The way that you stand up for social justice issues and make sure that everyone in your circle is loved and cared for is truly inspiring. I know that it dictates the way that I live my life on a day-to-day basis. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bungie.
And eyes up, Guardians.
For protecting the most marginalized group of all. Gamers. Favorite Shaq's quote. Definitely my favorite is 7th column. You are a tempest. Throw more grenade. Me and the boys posing after dunking on Atheon. Throw more grenades. Fight forever, Guardian. You are a tempest, just like the time I recited Tempest from Heart tomorrow solve. The helmet stayed on. Almost raid.
My name is Xavier, but you guys probably know me as Solar Flare. I make 3D animated skits based off of content in the Destiny universe.
Prepare to return to being a god-killing, time-breaking, paracausal space cowboy.
At first, I created content that I thought was creative, stuff you hadn't seen before, things that would be funny situations, but I didn't know how to produce them. One of my friends suggested to me this program called Blender, and so I tried to learn it myself. I taught myself, I made a video. Solar Flare was the main character, and it went from just being the channel name to being the name of sort of who I am at this point.
Okay guys, we have to be careful. Someone here is possessed by an owl. Who? That's the thing, we don't...
Usually, it's around 2 a.m. when I'm trying to go to sleep. My brain says, hey, it would be really cool if we went to sleep. But instead, what if we thought about a new video to create?
Hey, Bobby!
Hey, Steven!
The future for Solar, I'm really excited. I'm working on a script and a whole plot, a series of videos. I'm really excited to create an actual cohesive storyline.
So, turns out, Aldrin's sister was actually an evil possessed meatball that was controlled by a magical space dragon that was actually controlled by a hive queen.
The Destiny
Who was
community
actually
feels like
bamboozled by the whole time
you may
by
not live
a
in the same
smoky
area,
head
but every
fella.
time you go back, it's like you never left.
They tricked
when you get
them.
to know the people that you're spending your time with, not only does
Bit
it
wild,
make every
innit?
moment with them more valuable, but also you might find yourself going to one of their weddings 5 years from
Exclamation
now
point
just
drops.
because you decided to send them a friend request after they
That
danced with you in a
doesn't do
Crucible
anything.
match.
Are you really going to tell me that looks more like the letter V than a slice of pizza?
That's a pizza.
It ain't pepperoni!
It blows me away just how dedicated people are to creating things in this community. It's just so cool to see how passionate people are about all of it.
But wait a minute, we're missing our 6th person in the part. When he isn't overseeing the Crucible, Lord Shaxx helped coach what other competitive activity? Dodgeball, actually, I'm pretty sure. That is dodgeball. Who the fuck would want to commentate Gambit? Not even Drifter would want to commentate Gambit. The same question twice. What the scallop? I mean, there's literally nothing else to do but wait. What the scallop? What's Crow's Ghost's nickname? I don't know. I don't know. Rip Cade. Vax is extra thick today. Favorite legendary stasis weapon that is not Ias Luna. Fucking none of these. How about none of these? Fine, reads. Join the herd.
Here's a guy, Savage Universe, who's been in the Destiny community for like 8 years running, probably considered now considered a veteran, and the fact that back in July 2014, I was curious about the game. I was curious about it, and very interested to see what this game, whether this is the game for me. And then to get to a point where I would get so many dungeon clears, raid clears, go flawless to the point where I even solo flawless trials. That was two or so weeks ago, and then to meet friends like Vixen, Tony,
Casually solo
Lovely Low
flawless
Live,
trials,
Zoe,
of
and then to
course.
be a mod for Miss Kenna because she's awesome. To have all of that in like 8 years, I wouldn't even believe you back then, but here we are, still living the Guardian life. Amen.
It's the Europa music. Jim Malfer dueled and took down the renegade Lightbearer, Regin Yor. I know that one. The man with the golden gun. Jim Malfer. The man with the Wish Ender. Man with the golden gun. I'm gonna do green. Blank tried to take Oryx's place. I think it was Malok, right? Malok. Financial Malok? Guardian. What the fuck? Fucking died. That ain't good. I don't have any lore for $100. That's crazy.
Destino tuvo sentido.
I wouldn't.
Goofy, don't hog me. You don't even know what the hell's going on. weapon to fight an army. The Lament. My favorite sword. How could you not? Giving it a second chance. That's what I think. Well, you better get on at 1. That's when shit's going down. Blank has a champion staggering perk. Bastion. That's what I like to hear.
You what?
I have reactions. Wow. My knowledge is... The pogs will begin in 20 minutes, 9 to 18 minutes. 19. Almost 200,000 people are chatting. How tall is Empress Kettle without her hat? How the fuck am I supposed to know that? 9 feet? 9 feet? Oh, fuck. That's crazy. Got the quick download times, it seems. She's 9 feet tall. The lens.
I want to say one of my biggest memories about playing Destiny happens to be the raids and a lot of the friends that I've made along the way. Vogue is my favorite raid, and when it came out, I was ecstatic. Again, happy Bungie Day to everybody, and hope everyone's having a great one, and I'll see you in the stars.
Loggers. Oh, unique said something like that. Warlocks and grenades go well together. What exotic would you add to the mix? Don't like concert. I use
Hey everybody, I'm Tej, and I'm a Guardian.
Oh.
What makes me feel most like a Guardian is being able to be me. We all choose to represent ourselves in different ways, and when you learn about someone's Guardian and the legend that they've written for themselves, it teaches you something beautiful about them. I strive to create a space online through content creation that people can just come as they are, and we can all just celebrate in this beautiful world that Bungie's created for us. There's something really amazing about being able to connect with people through a shared interest without the fear or anxiety that comes with thinking that you have to be something you're not, or thinking that you have to conform to a certain ideal or worldview in order to be respected or loved. So I hope that on this Bungie Day, we all can remember what it means to be a Guardian. We all can remember to rally around each other, to show the love, spread the good vibes, and push back the darkness. I'll see you out there.
stop. Oh. If you could have a chat with a Destiny character, who would it be? John, Judge Shrift, Cade 6, everyone's saying Cade. Cade headers? Check. Well, what they don't know is Cade is dead. Talk to a ghost?
In a world where you rescue heroes from other timelines and brawl worm gods with your bare hands, it's a battle of light versus dark, monsters versus metal, everyone versus Telesto, in a lore-rich universe with an abundance of adventure and exploration.
But that's not just why we play, is it? Believe me, nightmare hunts give me quite the adrenaline rush, but my Twitter mention suggests you expect more. So, did you keep playing for the life-changing god rolls? Or the mile-high sparrow flying? The Nessus frogs? The day one raid nights with your friends where you spend 8 hours and still don't know what you're doing? The Nessus frogs? You must have had some inspiration, right? Probably the creators and streamers that helped you forget that time you dropped your pizza, cheese side down. Or was it the people creating a Destiny universe of their own with stories, art, and literally dressing for the job they want? Maybe you're here for the intellectual discussion, or maybe you're here for the Space Horse. Maybe you're here for the Destiny creators you love so much, Bungie actually got one to do this video.
I don't know the game's
Hi, Mom and Dad. What I'm trying to say is, Destiny 2 is so much more than the game we see in trailers. While many joined for the fantasy, we found a home amongst its people. And in the endgame, we stayed for the discos, the DPS, the grenades, the bad bubbles, burgers, and tannics behind every corner. Trombone medleys, laser tag, tower names, yeehaws, the dings, the punts, the clutcher kicks, sweeper bots, stasis crystals, cheese spots, raid callouts, pub stomp, ramen, sliding, chicken petting, Galahorn, Sepix Prime, shiny swords, titan.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We are so excited to dive in and talk about just the kind of journey of being a massive Destiny and Bungie fan and what that's like to go from massive fan to actually working at the company that we loved so much. I want to learn about your journeys. How did you get started playing as a player, not as somebody who works here, playing Destiny, and kind of how has that relationship with the game evolved through the years? You know what, T, you and I, we've had many conversations, work session. I want to hear from you, buddy.
So I've been playing the game for a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
And so, you know, as proof of my, you know, the D1 Alpha veteran status, I have my raid belt here today. So this is my cringe moment where I will be proud.
It's nice to see one in person. I've only seen it on like screens and like screenshots.
Tell us a little bit about it. Like, how'd you get it? When'd you get it?
So that is the King's Fall World's first belt. Me and my 5 friends, we had, I say used to have, but I think we probably still have it. World's First of Fun. Like whenever we were doing World's First races, it was supposed to be about having fun and showing off the new stuff. And for me, I always loved rating just because like I'm a problem solver by heart. Like that's also why I love working here, because that's what I do is I just kind of solve problems that are really complicated. But it's really exhilarating. And now is very fun being able to watch others suffer for 24 hours.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because it is exhausting. So if you are listening to this and you are rating, or if you're planning on rating for a long time, drink water, stretch,
bathroom break.
Don't die.
Bathroom breaks.
Thank you.
Don't let that heart rate get too low.
I'm very much with Sam on this in terms of like the loving the problem solving and loving to get into that. I really fell in love with Destiny when I started rating, and that was like my moment where I was like, I grew up playing puzzle games and mystery games, and like I love those types of games, and to find that in Destiny and to find that same sort of like problem solving, but to do it with a team and to do it with your friends.
I'm on the same page.
Yeah.
I'm totally on the same page. Like the #1 story for me around that is definitely Deepstone. Deepstone, like I played all the way through Deepstone with my clan, which was amazing.
When you look back at the history of Destiny, there's so many moments like that, and I'm kind of interested on, is there any characters or story moments that really stick out to you from our history?
I feel like that's Destiny at its best, is like when you are learning from it.
Yes.
Like at least for me, I feel like the journey of Eris. From like D1 and being like, who are you? What are you doing here?
This is weird chick.
Yeah, it's like super creepy, right?
Let's go.
Yeah, but I think like seeing where she is now and then how she's like really helped everyone else. Like a lot of people, I'm a huge Zavala fan. I'm a Titan. It's just like in my blood. So like for me, like seeing Eris like help all of these different characters, seeing Zavala come from where he is, which a lot of people, again, I know some folks that don't really like him that much, but to me, he always just seemed like a really, a father figure who's trying his best for everyone. When Kay died, right? I think like, people were like, what? Like Zavala, why aren't you doing this? X, Y, Z. And then we got to learn more about him. So for me, Zavala is like #1. That his whole character arc, and then Eris and like her character arc. You're all insufferable to then like teaching everybody how to deal with their demons.
Yeah.
I think
That's the narrative
kind of crazy.
Incredible.
Speaking to now in like through season 17, how Eris, she's like one of the epitomes of grief in her whole story, and how she evolved to something where she's like, I had to learn how to deal with grief on my own. And to see her evolve to a character that is like helping people go through their own grief. It's Bungie, what the heck? Like, how do you do this?
And how patient she was. Like the fact that like when Crow would stumble or Zavala would stumble, she'd be like, come, take a step back. Patience. Healing doesn't happen overnight. And
exactly.
I think what we've seen in the last couple of seasons of the incredible narrative team and just diving deeper into all of the characters, I think that's one of my favorite things that we've seen from the kind of expansion from where we started to where we're at now, is just that deeper dive. And I know kind of where we're going with things, and just like the more that we're going to be able to dive into and hear characters' backstories and understand where they're coming from and what makes them, I think to everyone's point, it just makes it more than just a shooter game. You have that additional aspect of these incredible stories that we all connect with in different ways. And it just makes it, it's the Bungie magic, it's the space magic, it's the thing that like...
Then you do a little emote jig at the end.
Yeah, exactly. And it all somehow, and it all makes sense.
It's called Glimmer Guns.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, how cool is it like that we're here now? And I'm kind of interested, like knowing your long relationship with this game before you even worked here. And then that we're sitting on this couch, getting to nerd out and talk about the things that we love the most. How has that been making that transition? What was that inspiration that drove you to be like, you know what? I'm gonna put my application in. We'll see what happens.
This is my first gaming studio for sure.
Yeah.
It's getting into Bungie is interesting because I always wanted to be in tech. That's really where I started. For Destiny specifically, I played it every day, but I never really thought of it as a place to work until Black at Bungie. And so I reached out to a bunch of people on LinkedIn and was asking a bunch of questions. I was like, hey, look. So it was really amazing to be able to like get into the industry and get into Bungie.
Destiny for me was, that was back when I was streaming for fun. It was just a hobby, but then it became just a lot more to me because it has all these things I love about games, because I love RPGs and I love, You know, like the game feel of a Bungie game, right? When like you shoot that gun for the first time and it just feels good, you know.
Space magic.
Space magic.
Space magic.
Like,
and I always play the wizard, so I played the warlock.
you know, because that's all I want to do. I just want to cast space magic in every game that I play. So to me, the game's a lot. Like it's kind of just it gave me a career. It gave me like guidance in life for finding a community that I really love. And now I'm absurdly thankful that I can be a part of the team and hopefully make the game better to hopefully have that kind of impact on somebody else.
I knew that I wanted to work in gaming. I actually got the opportunity not from the Bungie career website, but from a Twitter post from a Twitter post. And I immediately sent a message and connected, and I was like, I want to talk about these marketing opportunities. And now I'm here.
Now you're here. You love to see it.
So, and it's in just even now, just the fact that I'm sitting here, I'm just like,
you shot your shot, dude. That's what life's about.
Literally, I shot my shot.
You shot your
I'm like, this is what they mean, because you hear them throw that phrase around, and you're just like, but what does it actually mean to shoot
Get on
your
with
shot?
it. I want to
And
see
it's
new
like,
shit.
No, it's like, you're not going to respond on Twitter. It's like, I'm going to find you in other places.
Even if you
you're
have
gonna
those
give me
moments
a
of doubt. Even if you have that moment of fear, because sometimes to making a jump like that's scary.
That's scary.
If you're scared, do it anyway.
Yeah.
The leap into Bungie was really similar to Will's story. This is my first role in gaming, so it was this like huge leap to. I had been working in marketing for a long time, but I really wanted to make the switch to something that I'm really passionate about and something that I love, because I think that's what makes work so magical, is when you get to work on something you really care about and you really, really love and you feel passionate about. So that for me was the kind of thing that pushed me towards
the big juice,
shooting my
the big
shot and taking my
squeeze
shot
is so
a couple years
close.
ago and
It's so
making the
fucking
switch over to
I can
Bungie, and
almost
it's been
taste
incredible.
it.
There's moments like this where it feels very surreal,
right?
Where you're like, what is happening? This is very, very, just to have that, like,
It's
we
3
all work at
minutes
Bungie now,
away.
like we get to contribute to that thing that we all love so much, and
Give me
that's
the-
incredible.
I'm sorry, but that's such a good point, because there's so many people that ask us like advice on how to get in, and I was rejected numerous times before finally getting that spot. And you know, I know it breaks my heart because so many other people are in that same position, and then they stop
Fuck,
chasing
I'm
that dream,
starving
because
to
like
death.
this isn't
One
my
of them.
first gaming job. I've been working in this industry for almost 20 years, and as a journalist, and it was really scary to make that jump. I felt like it was right. I kept applying for narrative, and you know, granted, I sent them not appropriate fan fiction as writing samples, so I get it. Like, no hard feelings. I get it. And they were like, you know, it was just, they were like, hey, we think you'd be a good fit for community. Like, let's put you through that interview process, and we did that, and it was scary at first, but the more I kept interviewing, I was like, wait, no, this was made for me. Like, this is what I was supposed to do. And it was funny because all of that trepidation that first week left, because I felt like it was family.
I'd like to think that Bungie gives space for that human condition, that human element. It's a place where I can feel like I can be myself.
body
It's a
is
place
ready.
where I am
Ready. We're so
being taken
close.
care of. And I'd like to think that, you know, we're not perfect and there's things we can improve upon, but we try to talk about it.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It was honestly so much fun just diving into your stories a
So
little bit,
close.
not just like as devs and working with
Apply
Bungie
today,
sites, but as
careers.bungie.com.
players before that and the journey into that. I'm really also excited for the upcoming showcase, so I'm gonna need you all to meet me in the back. We're gonna do a blanket burrito, and we're gonna hunker down with some popcorn, okay? Let's
my
go.
deal. Chips.
Let's go.
So ready.
I'm excited.
Blanket burrito. Yeah.
Longest minute
Blanket
of my
burrito.
life.
Right.
Comfort. We're
Let's
about
do
comfort
it.
here at Bungie.
Hello, old friend.
What? They're like corrupted gold. No.
Are they using supers?
That's what I want in Destiny. I want darkness.
Juice, the squeeze is coming.
I just got chills.
This is everything I've ever wanted out of the story.
Multiple G-force.
Oh my god, I love it.
Boom. Damn. Growth is nasty, son. Your life is forfeit.
No!
Woo! The Leviathan is back.
30 seconds.
A freaking sight. Where is Callus? He has given himself over to the
So
witness.
close. The juice.
That was hot.
The squeeze.
Sir, are you okay?
Oh, you look
The
nasty.
supple fruit.
What the freak? Is that the witness? Man, that's crazy!
Full screen on this.
Welcome, Guardians. So awesome to be here with you again.
Last time we got up here, we got a chance to show you Savathun, the Witch Queen, and her majestic throne world.
Since then, it's been a wild year for Destiny.
You returned to the original Loot Cave to reclaim the fabled Gallarhorn.
Then, you exorcised an ancient
should have
evil
reclaimed the bitrate
from a
instead.
Hive Queen. So you could put it inside a grenade launcher.
Make it a gun.
And now, you've been spending the past few weeks cleansing a derelict Leviathan from its twisted nightmares.
In fact, the last year has been the best year we've ever had in the Destiny community. I hope you can feel it as well. And seeing this kind of reaction from our community, it's both humbling and
We still have one
inspiring.
more hour until we can actually
Because our
play the
team
game.
here at Bungie, we're not just developers, we're also guardians. We're trying to build what we'd love to play in Destiny, and that's what brought each one of us here. Brought us not only to Bungie, but also brought all of us to this final showdown between light and darkness.
So, without further ado,
show me.
This is the beginning of the end.
Oh my
This
god.
is Lightfall.
Holy shit.
When they see this glorious end, they will come for us. To savor the fruit.
They got the bow totems on their back.
To its last drop. It's who they are.
What the fuck is that? Who is that?
Let them come and see. Our shape.
Who the fuck is that? What is that?
What they do then. Unshackled from hope.
Rope. He got rope.
That is who they are. Because only in the end are we free.
They got the strange rope.
I've seen that thing 100 times now, and every time I see it, I still kind of get goosebumps.
Instantly, I had chills. It's all here. It's all happening now. Things are finally coming to a head.
Thematically, we really have been honing in on that kind of bombastic, big set piece approach.
It's going to be over-the-top
Strange
action,
rope
adrenaline
hero.
pumping, like the whole time.
This is really kicking off the conclusion to the Light and Dark saga, where we finally face down this foe that we've been anticipating facing for so long. It's pushing it to 11.
We've been hinting at this malicious force in the darkness that's been our enemy behind a lot of our conflicts. We revealed that enemy, we put a name on it and put a face on it, and that enemy is the Witness. And the Witness is coming with its newly empowered disciple, Callus.
Callus is really crash landing with a new and more powerful army than ever before.
They got the
They've
vow
got new
totems
powers,
on their
they've
back.
got new armor, they've got tormentors to join their ranks that are going to be bigger
what?
and badder enemies than we've ever faced. Callus is taking that army that he's bringing with him to be the harbinger of the Witness's doom.
The what now?
This is such a pivotal moment for Destiny. Everyone is coming
Exclamation
to
part.
have a last stand with Callus and the Witness to really avoid the next collapse, something that we've been trying to avoid ever since Destiny 1.
Where are we?
We see in the trailer that we're headed to Neptune, and on Neptune there's been this hidden city called Neomuna, where an alternate version of humanity has been blooming since the collapse.
Neomuna is the capital city of Neptune. It's a giant metropolis that we were completely unaware existed until now. What's interesting and exciting to me about this place is that it's pristine, it's new. It's not like a lot of the places that we've explored previously in Destiny. Exploring that space is very, very cool.
There's so much new stuff to discover in Neomuna and in Neptune. And also I saw some new characters there. I'm really excited to get to know Cloudstriders and their story.
The who? People?
Cloudstriders can be compared to Guardians. They're both protectors of a civilization that's potentially under threat. But Guardians were chosen. It's their duty to protect humanity. Cloudstriders have chosen to protect their people.
There's like an awesome opportunity for the Guardians to learn from the Cloudstriders and their way of living and their philosophy of life.
Infinity War.
So we've got the newness of that city, the newness of the Cloudstriders that we've never been aware of.
And then, of course, you get a glimpse of this green energy. I wonder what that is.
Strand is the new darkness power that we discovered here. Something that's unique about Strand, unlike any of these other powers we've ever had before, when you play through Lightfall, you are discovering this power for the first time. No one in the universe ever in the history of Destiny has used Strand before.
This is the Guardian discovering darkness on their own and learning how to shape it and manipulate it and use it against Callus and his forces. And, you know, have fun in the new urban environment of Neomuna. You are really gonna have to prepare yourself for a wild ride.
We just got a glimpse of our new destination, Neomuna, our new foe, Callus and the Shadow Legion, paired with the Witness, and a very brief glimpse at Strand, but that's just barely scratching the surface of what this release has to offer.
Right, like what we've just seen in that trailer is just the tip of the iceberg, and we've got a whole lot more we're excited to show you coming up.
Please tell me you're going to be able to break the glass.
Last year, we wanted to return to our studio's roots in creating some of the best shooter campaigns in the industry.
That's been our legacy
it looks
since
straight out of fucking Halo.
And we tried to push that front and center in The Witch Queen.
And it's about more than just guns, but creating an adventure in a handcrafted world full of surprises. Then, we added the legendary campaign option, because great combat needs to challenge you, to test your thumb skill, your tactics, and your build crafting.
And we heard loud and clear that you want more of that.
More?
In fact, 2 out of every 3 players that completed the Witch Queen campaign did it on Legendary.
You tested yourself against the Witch Queen in her Lucent Hive and rose to that challenge. And then you let us know it was one of the best shooter experiences that we've ever made.
So with Lightfall, we want to push that even further. We want to give you the
double
best
legendary
Bungie
campaign
action experience that we can create with the brand new Lightfall campaign.
Show me. I'm ready. Show me the
Lightfall is going to change the way that our players move, fight, and explore everywhere in Destiny.
Neptune is this fantastic destination. The capital city of Neomuna is a really fun place to explore, and it's this bright neon metropolis. There's a harbor, office buildings, an arcade.
Arcade?
This is a city that we've made, and using Strand to traverse through it and explore it, it's going to be so exciting.
There's some places that once you whip out that grappling hook, you're gonna be able to explore and get to places that you couldn't before.
Look at that up there. I wonder if I can grapple to there. I'm gonna be a kid in a candy store.
Every game needs a grapple hook.
It's not a city that is collapsed. It is a city that has lived through the collapse.
Neptune now has to deal with the cloak being pulled back and them being revealed to the world and are now central of the conflict.
Callus has taken his capital ship and just like planted it right down in part of the city, and it's Cabal-occupied territory. It's a city under siege.
You've got his own boys.
Infiltrator vibe at times, where you feel like a tactical team going into a skyscraper. You're dealing with Cabal roadblocks and patrols all throughout the city. The Shadow Legion, they provide that like characteristic Cabal brute strength. They're all about like volatility and power, and they've been enhanced now by pyramid technology.
No, not the
They have these suppression devices that can take away some of your super, take away some of your abilities, and then they fight alongside these terrifying new pyramid units called Tormentors.
As part of his discipleship to the Witness, Callus has been upgraded. And so the tormentors that they brought in are these impossibly huge, unstoppable behemoths. They wield scythes. They can attack from a distance. They can bring you in close. They can drain your very life force from you. They are basically embodiments of terror.
It's like a boss character within the battlefield. Your stomach drops. You're like, okay, I'm playing through, I'm having fun, I'm popping heads, doing this thing, and then boom, there it is.
We've got all the new stuff going into the game.
They added raid bosses
Strand,
and a patrol.
Tormentors, Shadow Legion, a cool new environment. These are all a great setting for a new Legendary campaign, and we're still making sure that we go through and we tweak and tune and we balance the encounters to have that right challenging level of difficulty for players.
The Legendary campaign was a huge hit coming out of the Witch Queen. It was the first time we had done that sort of elected difficulty where you could really test your skill and test your power. And so we're going to bring that back for Lightfall.
Of course, you're still going to have that higher reward tier, and we still want to make sure that you get that inside track towards being raid ready.
Everyone back in the studio is so hard at work on Lightfall, putting in the details and making this whole release come alive and continue to surprise and delight players. I am so excited to get this out.
Lightfall is unlike anything players have seen before in Destiny, and it's another step that sends you hurtling to the conclusion of the Light and Dark saga.
I'm
Yeah, you got that missile. Come on. Amazing.
I'm super excited to dive into Strand and talk about all the new stuff that we just saw.
Strand, like Stasis, is a power from the darkness. Unlike our light abilities, which are all about creation, darkness is more about consciousness.
Strand is psychic energy that forms this extra dimension, or this sort of matrix that connects everything together, connects all living beings and all minds. And you, the Guardian, are sort of gaining the knowledge and gaining the power to peer into this alternate psychic universe and begin to pull at these threads and tug at these wires that are connecting all these living beings.
We're on a thin line.
When Guardians learn how to use Strand, it's almost like this third eye opens up. It's about peeling back the curtain of reality, taking those connections and then weaving them into new objects.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool to see them come together. Like, it's always been there, and now that we can tap into it, we can use it for our benefit, whether it's through movement or through damage.
Strand has a grappling hook. Since you're seeing into this cosmic web, you are able to grapple at any point because the cosmic web exists everywhere.
No,
even if there's not an object there, it will hook on to that web and pull you forward. It's just taking that idea to the next level, putting
Finally,
that,
the Warden
that
of
Destiny
Nothing
string
will
on
be
it.
fun.
The grappling hook initially started as part of the Hunter's Kit, right? They're all about fluid movement, rapidly traversing space, and being very agile. But as we were developing, it's like, oh man, this feels like it's too much fun to just keep it to one class, right? So we made the call to expand this super cool new ability across all three classes. On the design side, we wanted to come up with how each of the classes interpreted this additional psychic dimension, like in their own way, right? So the Warlock, they're the telekinetic master of Strand. So they're going to be able to telepathically reach into the Strand dimension, pull matter out, and weave it into this big barrage of these Strand missiles. Wherever they land, these missiles are actually going to unravel, sort of reweave themselves into a new form.
With the Titan, you're able to weave these claws and do an area of damage around you, spinning and slashing.
I called it was going to be a spin attack. I knew it.
The super I think I'm most excited for is the Hunter Rope Dart super. The Hunter does a flip and weaves these strands into this rope dart and is swinging it as they're kind of moving around. The first time I saw that, even in its kind of like rough state, it just blew my mind. We've learned a lot from creating our other subclasses, and we've taken those learnings about combat, about movement, about build crafting. We've put that all into Strand, and I'm so excited to see where players take it once it's out there in the wild.
So cool. It's like an X and it goes out. Bungie.
Destiny is a game that gets even better when you play with your friends. We want to create communities that are welcoming, inclusive, and they'll let you bring your old friends.
What are you gonna do?
And since last year, over 5 million new Guardians have joined our ranks.
We believe that there are still millions more of your friends that would love to play Destiny with you. And the things that you want to see us improve in Destiny are also exactly what's going to make it easier to convince your friends to come and check out the game.
It should be easier to create custom, incredible builds. Easier to find people to play with. Easier to swap from being that boss-melting, storm chaser wielding, falling star juggernaut, right into that ultimate yeehawing, dead man's tail shooting, Titan's rampart crushing sentinel.
Give me the
And if none of what Joe just said makes sense to you, we want to fix that too. Because it's not about removing the depth that makes Destiny so great. It's instead about allowing everyone to dive deeper with ease.
Fucking give it to me. Give me the in-game LFG. I've been asking for this for years. No.
The changes we're making to make Destiny easier to come into, changes to how you build your characters, changes to how you see what there is to do and what there is to accomplish. And in the year ahead, we're actually making it easier to form groups in Destiny so you can go and do some of the greatest content that Destiny has to offer.
All the teams are working together to build this experience, and so that's what's really exciting.
We keep on hearing from players like, hey, unless I have a friend to play with, I don't know what to do. And so what we're trying to give them is like, hey, here's a path to follow. Guardian ranks are basically like a knowledge ladder. We actually progress you through 11 ranks, and it's really like heavily focusing on like exposing players to all the systems of Destiny.
At some point, the story about you as a Guardian involves other Guardians and what they think about you.
Guys,
that is just a whole new dimension of your journey through Destiny that we've never really explored before. When you show up in the tower and you see that person who's at one of the highest ranks, you're going to know that you're looking at a player who's actually really demonstrated mastery of many of the different activities in Destiny, not just from our perspective, but from the perspective of other players. Some of the higher Guardian ranks will actually be asking for you to step up, to actually rise to the occasion and prove to other Guardians that you are a strong player and a strong leader.
A lot of people have groups that they already play with, but this will really provide people the opportunity to be recognized for helping other people learn the game, but also provide more people to play with on a regular basis.
In the year of Lightfall, we're going to actually be investing in building a looking for group system in Destiny itself. You'll be able to look for other players. You'll be able to find groups that are looking for players.
I'm so excited about being able to form groups in the next coming year because it can be really hard to get through some of the hard content solo, and making it so much easier to find people to play with is just going to make getting into Destiny and doing the awesome content so much easier.
Yeah, and they'll be able to say, this is a player who I can trust to lead me through the new raid. I want to join their group. Or they can say, these are players who are new to the activity. I want to take them for that first raid because that'll be a great experience for them and a valuable experience for me as a leader.
It's really going to help players come together and understand each other better when they've never met before. It's going to make the game so much more social, and I think that it's going to really make Destiny players feel like they're on one team.
So commendations is a feature that you'll experience towards the end of an activity. So you end the activity now and you get to see this screen that has all the people you played with. You can click on one of the Guardians and choose what experience you had with them. So like, were they a good team player? Were they fun to play with?
There's no better way to actually show how good a person is as a teammate or as a leader than to have other players say, this person's a great teammate, this person's a great leader. It's really a system that's designed to let players show appreciation for each other.
Also, using the commendation system, people are going to be able to say, like, hey, this person as a good leader, and looking at the Guardian rank system, they have a lot of experience. It's going to be, oh, that's the person I want to help me get through this hard content that I've been struggling with.
Social games like Destiny give you an opportunity to like really connect with other people and do things together and get to know each other. And with a system like LFG, you're making it so that more people can get that experience started than ever before.
both the loadout screen and the mod manager are completely new features.
The mod manager is meant to make build construction in Destiny a lot easier.
We all love our fashion game. The fashion game's amazing. And so we're gonna take what we did for the fashion game and we're bringing it to the Buildcraft game. There's gonna be one screen where you can go to and do your entire loadout for your character. It's gonna be amazing.
So you'll be able to save the build that you've put together as a loadout and then switch between those things as you're going from activity to activity.
Yeah, I feel like with the new release of Destiny and the commendation system mixed with Guardian ranks, we're giving players even new aspirations. It isn't going to be just about power level. It won't just be about gear. It's also going to be about that Guardian rank. It's going to be about those commendations.
What are you saying?
All the ways that we're bringing players together.
Level? No more pieces left to place?
So today, we are also launching a brand new season of Destiny 2.
Season 18.
And as we've evolved our seasons over the years, we've learned a lot. And I think we've been able to deliver some amazing character moments and events for the community.
We're long past the era of content droughts. Instead, there are exciting story and events happening in Destiny almost every week, year-round. And we're not slowing down.
Each season, we want to keep raising the bar for narrative experiences in any live game. We want to keep pushing to create unexpected adventures that'll make every season of Destiny unique. And we want to keep listening and learning from you, the Destiny community, so that we can create the strongest seasons of any live service.
Because the witness is coming. And if we want to survive, we need a crew. We need to enrich our defenses. If you're feeling surly, maybe even loot our enemies.
We may even need to find a captain to join us on our next adventure in the season of Plunder.
Arr. I already knew the name. I got spoiled. That was Aramis.
Aramis has broken free. The old crew's now rally under her command.
I've read about them. What is the human word?
Pirates. The whole vanguard should be rallied to deal with these outlaws.
The spider's still alive.
Well, anchors away.
We love the drifter.
And go show those pirates what happens when they crush Spider.
Somebody play pirates.
Hope you've got ammunition, Guardian.
Time to blow this rickety barge.
That gun looks hot. He just dodged. That was a dodge. That's a badass shotgun.
You got the goods, Guardian.
Yes. This is happening today. 30 minutes. Claim your booty.
Boom, 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 boom. Sorry, getting a little swept up in all this adventuring.
Today, December 6th.
What are you most excited about for Season of Plunder?
Pirates. Pirates. We love pirates.
This season we said, what if we just go to the stars and dig up buried treasure?
We are unearthing a lot of mysteries and secrets. We're swashbuckling onto enemy spaceships. And then we're also learning a lot of things about some of our favorite characters.
We're gonna have an adventure this season.
Season of Plunder kicks off with Aramis being freed from her icy prison. She's collected old, fallen crews of pirates and rogue cabal together in order to hunt down mysterious relics and treasures.
It's time to meet your end.
So Guardians are tasked with stopping Aramis from collecting these relics. And in order to do that, you have to create your own crew of shady dealers and backroom brokers.
Drifter, Mithrax, Ido, and Spider are going to be helping you.
Anchors away. Ready when you are, Captain.
That's the beginning of Season of Plunder. What you're going to be doing is forming a pirate crew of your own. You're going to fill it with different crew members that you can recruit over the course of the season. drifter. He's going to toss you the keys to your personal catch. Then you're just going to set out into the stars and do cool pirate stuff.
So excited.
This season, we have multiple brand new activities coming that will really give you a sense of being on a pirate adventure. One of the mainstays of this season is a new 6-player offensive called Catch Crash.
When I saw the concept for the catch with the big mainsails on it, I just said, oh my God, this is gonna be a fun season.
Just like seeing Catch Crash through the different iterations, like fighting on the deck of the ship.
You get to become your own ammunition and launch yourself from a cannon to the other ship, and you are the weapon, so you're gonna go mess them up.
The second big activity we have coming this season is called Expedition. You're going to be guiding a massive drill that's looking for this buried, hidden pirate treasure, and you're going to have to be fending off of all these pirate crews trying to protect their hoards. And then our final new activity coming this season is what we're calling Pirate Hideouts.
We have so many like different little maps that you can piece together fragments of this season, and they lead you to the lair of the Pirate Lord, right? Their hideout.
These are their caves where they're hoarding all of their amazing treasures and their mysterious relics.
These relics are mysterious objects of dark power, and they're all over the system. We don't know exactly what it is they do yet, but if Aramis is trying to collect them, it's nothing good.
Taking the opportunity to line the Arc 3.0 update with the Fallen, it just ended up working out perfectly because you got all the simple Arc weaponry and the Arc shielded captains. It feels right with that release, almost like we planned it.
Arc is a damage type that's about proximity, right? It's about going fast up into your enemy's faces and like deleting them. It's the damage type for people that want to hold W. You don't want to retreat.
Unbridled aggression to the max.
Hunter is really about close-range action, being fluid and dynamic and agile, evasive. So we're going to give Arc Hunter a new super. We call it Gathering Storm, where you summon your Arc Staff, like twirl it above your head, and then launch it out, and then it will embed into the ground or into like bosses or mini-bosses or champions and jolt them. Like a big lightning strike will strike the staff and overcharge it. And while that staff is overcharged, it'll start Tesla coiling little lightning bolts out at nearby enemies. Warlock is kind of this elemental conduit. You are a class that will turn yourself into lightning. You will create things out of lightning. Previously, we had this exotic armor piece called Getaway Artist, where you consume your grenade and it'll make a what we call a sentient arc soul that fires faster and does more damage as a result. So we decided to roll that into base arc soul behavior. Anytime you are amplified, any arc soul you have from any source will become the supercharged version that will fire off just rapid fire bolts.
Titan's about being this unstoppable freight train. It's about this constant movement. So we gave Titans a new movement option, something that we felt like is going to be competitive in this new environment of air dodges and air slams. That's a new ability called Thruster. And it's all in first person. It's all very much in the heat of the moment. You see it happen. Its whole property is like rush down or getaway. It's a movement tool to the max. There's going to be this new melee ability called Thunderclap, which is like an amazing thing where he like charges his fist, all super flashy. It's our first ever charge melee, so you hold down the button, and as that cocks back and charges up, you'll end up doing more damage and getting a little bit more range. And speaking of like the whole goal of deleting things, I believe in PvP a full charge is a one-shot kill.
It is, oh yeah.
It's a little skillful to like pull off because you're going to have to really read your opponent here. The whole through line with Arc is like, it really isn't that complicated. It's move fast, hit hard, and stay alive.
What I'm most excited about in Season of Plunder is that this is really a season that has a sense of adventure. You're exploring the system, you're looking for pirate treasure, pirate relics. You're seeing the world evolve in a way we haven't done before.
I love that with the activities in the season, like we just leaned really hard into the pirate fancies. I love that we have your own catch. I love that you're tracking down buried treasure and then going after the pirate leaders in their caves.
The interesting thing about Destiny is we're not just a fantasy game or a sci-fi game. We're kind of a blend of both. We take inspiration when we say pirates. It's old world pirates that you would see traditionally back in the 17 and 1800s. We have like a flintlock pistol. We have an exotic fusion rifle that plays different than fusion rifles you've ever seen before.
It's just like end to end, just really leaning into that spirit of like the pirate adventure. And let's also make it so that new players coming in can actually jump in and get started. The gift of the Thunder Gods is a starter kit. It's a set of armor, it's a Thunderlord exotic weapon.
So jump in, join your friends, set sail, become the captain, and build your crew today in Destiny.
Art. Got 30 minutes. Oh, King's Fall. King's Fall. Yeah, baby. Woo! King's Fall, baby. Golgoroth, baby. Oh, shit. You already know. King will fall. There he is. There he fucking is, baby. Fucking.
Man, it is so awesome seeing King's Fall return to Destiny.
You had to be kind of
yeah,
stupid.
actually,
to not
King's Fall
think
was
that
the
it
first
wouldn't.
thing I got to work on at Bungie. And I'm thrilled that a whole new generation of Guardians will get to experience this refreshed and reloaded showdown with the Taken King.
Reuse content, let's go.
We've shown you
Shut the
Lightfall.
fuck up.
We've shown you the new damage type, Strand. We've shown you some of the deeper changes to the game that we're going to be making throughout the next year. But we have one more thing that we are excited to announce today.
You want content or?
Destiny is coming to the Epic Game Store today.
Epic has been an absolutely fabulous partner to work with. They love Destiny. And we are just huge fans of what they've been doing in the social game space. When we first started working with Epic, we sat down and talked about the impact their games have had on us.
-1.
And they had a bunch of the same stories for us.
They shared stories about playing the Vault of Glass and how much they enjoy the social experiences in Destiny. And I got to talk about the summer of Fortnite Chapter 1, Season 5, when my whole family was laser focused, taking turns in the island to unlock Drift.
In addition to launching all of Destiny 2 on the Epic Game Store today, for the next week, if you download the game on Epic, we will give you the 30th anniversary for free. If you haven't earned your Galahorn yet, or you haven't played the Grasp Dungeon, come to the Epic Game Store and you can jump in for free.
We want to welcome all these new Guardians with a celebration, one that stretches a little further than the last city.
Bro, what the I mean, that's pretty Oh no. I saw Zavala in Fortnite. Stop. Guys, Zavala's gonna hit the gritty. My face when Zavala hits the gritty in Fortnite. Yep. Oh, hell no. My face when Zavala kinda.
A few years ago, we shared our plans for the Light and Darkness
Zavala
saga.
hits the gritty.
This journey, years in the making, is coming to an end. Since we started charting our own course, we've been building this story
and
across 5 years of expansions since the first pyramid ship emerged in Shadowkeep and we first spoke to the darkness. Then, across Beyond Light, the Witch Queen, and coming up in Lightfall in the final shape, we're building towards a climactic collision between the powers of light and dark.
We've also been working on the Destiny engine behind the scenes, preparing our technology and our game to last for many, many years to come. Because Destiny 2 is not going anywhere, and neither are your expansions. We want this story, since we first communed with the darkness on the moon, to be fully playable, start to finish. And we're happy to announce today that we are not planning to sunset any more expansions. We want the Destiny universe to grow, and we're going to continue to do everything that we can behind the scenes to keep that possible within our game engine.
Like that.
But enough about the distant future.
Good.
Let's talk about today.
So can we get
the best
Red War
day all
back?
year to jump into Destiny?
Yes, because if you're looking to catch up, right now, all expansions are free to play for this entire week on every platform forever.
What the
Right now,
fuck?
Season of Plunder is live, and the Helm's got a set of supercharged art gear for anyone
Holy
looking to catch
shit,
up on the fun.
that's
Destiny is live on the Epic
insane.
Games Store. You can download it for free, and you can get the 30th anniversary pack as your welcome gift.
And if you liked what you saw about the future, right now, pre-orders for Lightfall are live on all platforms. And anyone who purchases the annual pass gets the exotic auto rifle Quicksilver Storm today.
Today is a perfect day to play Destiny.
So we'll see you in game.
We got like, I don't care about the auto rifle.
When they see this
Okay. Jesus Christ. No gambit changes.
they will come for us.
Okay.
I've read about them.
This is insane.
What is the human word?
Pirates.
Yeah, this is insane. Kind of fucking crazy.
Let them come and see. What they do then, that is who they are.
Fuck. Now I feel we got like 25 minutes to kill. Ultra kill? That's kind of like completely insane. You just get everything for free? I had to pay money. No more sunsetting. Gotta wait. Happen. Play the game, which is in an hour, like 30 minutes. No. I can take it starts in 40 seconds. I can take a piss that quick. 20 minutes.
Hey Guardians, and welcome to the Destiny 2 Showcase post-show. Oh, I hope you're having as much of a good time as we are, because it is so good to finally share all the things the teams have been working on so hard behind the scenes. We've got Arc 3.0, we've got Space Pirates, we finally have Drifters saying more than 2 words.
And secret.
It's a beautiful thing, and we've got some really cool stuff lined up. Before we get to that, I want to say what a pleasure it is to welcome to the stage the one, the only, D Flawless.
Hey,
how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Yes. Thanks for having me. It's such a blast to be here. Like you said, we got Pirates, we got Arc 3.0, we got Light. We got so much stuff to talk about. I can't wait to dive into it and just go over everything.
Go ahead and give us your best Drifter impression. Go ahead.
The leaks.
Pirates.
They were right.
I love it. I love it. It's going to be great. We've got some deep dives with some of the developers that are responsible for the beautiful world of Destiny. We've also got a live gameplay stream later on with some of the team as well, which is going to be a good.
I'll be watching that. I'll be too busy playing it myself.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun.
Hopefully nothing crazy happens.
No, we love crazy here. We're Bungie. Come on, let's go.
Well, never mind.
But speaking of deep dives, you actually have something coming up, right?
I do.
What you got?
I got some members of the dev team here with me, and we're going to be talking about some of the new stuff that's coming to Destiny 2. What's going on, y'all?
Howdy, Flaw. How's it going? Thanks for joining us.
What's going on? All right. So last time we did this was Shadowkeep, and Dado was here. And let's just address the elephant in the room. All right, there was a popular meme made, and I don't have a notebook like Dado did. I have cards, okay? So you can't meme this, all right?
Solid. The memes are
We're
coming.
safe.
We're safe.
All right. How's everybody doing?
So good.
Happy to be here, man.
Awesome, awesome. Let's go around the table and let's have everyone introduce yourselves. Let's start with this lovely gentleman to my left.
Hey, everybody. I'm Joe. I'm the game director for Destiny 2.
Oh, hey, everybody. I'm Dan. I'm the general manager for Destiny 2.
I'm Taylor. I am the senior test lead for Season 18 and Season of Plunder. And yeah, excited to be here.
Hi, I'm Kat. I'm the project lead for Destiny 2 expansions.
Hi, I'm James Tsai. I'm one of the creative directors on Destiny.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you all so much for being here. So let's just kick it off. We're all just talking. We're all just having a good time. What are we most excited for?
Emblem.
Neomuna.
Neomuna?
Yeah.
Neomuna. It looks so good. Did you guys see that trailer? It looked so good.
I'm very excited.
I'm very excited. I think in general, like
I'm most
in Destiny,
excited
we've
for the enemy types.
to very different destinations. There are very nature ascendant, and I think I'm really excited to just see what a up to date, like super futuristic neon city looks like, and I'm very excited to just use the grapple on that. So, yeah.
Grapple. Yeah, go.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say the thing about Neomuna, it's really cool because, as Kat was saying, we've gone to a lot of like abandoned places, a lot of nature ascendant places that are falling apart or overrun. But Neomuna is like this. It's a civilization that the people believed in, and it was worth protecting. And it really embodies like the positivity and the hope and the optimism that runs at the core of a lot of what Destiny does. So it's a really cool place.
I think I'm excited for how different it feels from where we've been before. What Kat and James were saying. I think last year the team was sent on a mission, and we said, "Can you make a really cool swamp?" And they're like, "Okay, yeah." And then they're like, "Okay, we've gotten really good at this like swamp making." I was like, "Great. Now make a city, right? Like now make like futuristic, like something that's never been done before in Destiny, where you feel like minutes before you got there, it was functioning, right? Like people were thriving in this place, and that's just a place that we've never been before in Destiny."
Absolutely, you guys killed it with the design. And did I see this correctly? Are we getting destructible environments in the game?
So the game is like all about like blockbuster action, big fun sequences there. And yeah, there's definitely like some locations, some places where there's gonna be a lot of like things blowing up, a lot of visual flair. It's not like the kind of destructible, like dynamic destructible stuff where you're like gonna blow like a new path in the level and be able to like take a different route than you thought you could. But it really adds a lot to the mood and stuff to have like these things blowing up all over the place. It really complements the theme of the release.
Yeah, I think for us, it's about, really highlighting some of those moments, right? You're going to place the rally banner down, and just a sea of Cabal or Vex is going to pour out, and then suddenly glass is flying everywhere, and fans are going, right? And that's that moment that we want. And they're like, okay, yeah, I think I earned that, those 2 treasure chests for my encounter there. I'll be on my way.
All the explosions.
Right.
I mean, that's the trick, right? Like, it's a war zone, right? Like, I know we've been in war, and I know we've been protecting the last city, but to Joe's point, we just spent, the last year in the swamp kind of playing detective. And this is, the battle is there. It's huge. It's larger than life. So there's things blowing up. There's the constant struggle. It's just a very different vibe. Super excited for the action of it.
Who doesn't like blowing
stuff up? I'm going to be busy for the rest of the day playing this game and seeing the reactions of everybody else.
So we talked about a little bit. Tell us more about who we're going to be encountering on Neptune. Who are we fighting? We saw some Cabal.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing is, the Witness has pulled in and sent Callus, right? You probably saw that concept of Callus's, in classic style, the big pyramid ship with his own sort of effigy crowned on it. And so there's going to be a lot of Cabal, and then there's also this sort of Vex undercurrent threat of Neomuna as well. That's an interesting thing that players will sort of discover, what they've been dealing with for the past. But on top of that, I mean, Callus is back, loaded up, really as a disciple of the Witness, and so.
Is it really him? I could say with like 97% certainty. It's like Callus and not a robot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Definitely probably.
But yeah, it's so cool because we've been seeing like a ton of stuff going on with like Kayatal and stuff in the past few seasons and things, and we're starting to explore like more of the backstory of like the Cabal, find out more about them as a combatant race.
What about that 3%?
It's just really exciting to see that happening, like the Destiny universe continuing to grow, and Callus, like we're gonna find out like why he's signed on with the Witness. What does he want? What does he hope to gain?
Yeah, but speaking of which, though, like even though it's 97% Callus, and it's the Cabal, but it's not the Cabal we know, right? Like as becoming a disciple, Callus got some upgrades. So like there's a different Cabal we're going to be fighting. There's different flavors to it.
And I think the biggest upgrade, it's not just the Cabal. There's another unit of the pyramid coming with the Cabal, right? And the Witness said, hey, you're going to need some help. And that's what we call this the Tormentor.
Tormentors. Right? Those things look terrifying. What can you tell me about the Tormentors? I'm excited to go up against these guys.
They are terrifying.
They are terrifying. We can tell you that. But yeah, so the Tormentors are a new pyramid unit that will be joining the Cabal and the forces of the Witness this time around. And they're basically bosses in the battle arenas that you will encounter throughout Neomuna.
Non-champion bosses?
They are,
What
as you
is
said,
it?
terrifying to fight against. They have different phases, and they're really like, scary mini bosses.
Yeah, it's. I mean, we called them like terrifying Grim Reapers, and these things are awesome because they're like the first like pyramid units that are like in the core combatant sandbox now so that they're going to anchor like a lot of tough encounters.
It's real.
And they have a bunch of different ways they can hit you, right? They have like the like side thing we called them, like I said, our terrifying Grim Reapers. So they throw these like side like projectiles at you. They can rush in and like grab you and stuff. And it's just like it's a completely different experience fighting them. It's a really, really fun kind of like.
They're living up to their name.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get tormented by some tormentors.
I like how terrifying Grim Reaper was the throwaway term. Like that's scary.
This is Grim Reaper, but worse. And we also have another new character type. What are we calling these Cloud Striders? What can we say about these guys? Are they friend, foe?
Yeah. A little background on the story of Neomuna. So during the first collapse, there was basically a ship that was able to escape, and that's how the society in Neptune started, and how Neomuna as a city came to be. They basically have been preparing all these years to avoid the second collapse and make sure that all their citizens are safe. As part of that, there is this class of people who actually are volunteers. And it's a very different paradigm from what we know as the Guardians. The Guardians are basically chosen by the Traveler to defend humanity. With the Cloud Striders, they actually volunteer to go through a bunch of cyber enhancements and really be ready to protect the citizens in the city. And so that's a very heroic thing to do. And we're going to be able to discover more of their story and how they came to be. But also it comes with a cost. Like they actually shortened their lifespan for about a decade as they are Cloud Striders. And so you basically have two at a time, one who's mentoring the next one, and we're going to see some of those things play out in Lightfall.
Yeah, what I sort of love about the Cloud Striders is they sort of form this mirror for the Guardian in a bunch of ways. You know, we think of Guardians as the only heroes for the solar system, but the people of Neptune have come up with a different way. And, you know, you take yourself as a Guardian, you know, this, 6-foot mystic hero, and then you stand next to one of the Cloud Striders, and you're like, oh,
I'm small.
Yeah, and every one of the Cloud Striders looks like they're hitting the gym, morning, noon, and night, and they have a very different approach to combat maybe than our sort of like tactical view or mystic powerful view. They're all force all the time.
Yeah, it's a beautiful juxtaposition, right? Like you have the Guardians, as Kat said, that were chosen, like chosen for immortality but still for defense and protection, versus these Cloud Striders that opt in to shorten the.
Okay, hold on. What the new Titan exotic has been temporarily disabled. They disabled the exotic, the new Titan exotic, before the season is even live. We still have 10 minutes until the season goes live, and they already disabled one of the exotics.
Tell me everything about Strand. I want all the details.
Grapple. What else do you want?
I mean, it's green. You saw it was green. Like,
it's green. There you have it.
That's the bulk of it.
Yeah, I think one of the interesting things for Strand, is it's the first power where your Guardian is the first
before we're even able to
person
get it.
to ever encounter this. It's sort of a thing that you're learning about, and you have mentors that are helping you learn more about it. But you're really on the front lines of this sort of new darkness power, and what does it mean, and then I think how that gets translated into gameplay is this high mobility. We really love the thought of the cosmic web, right? Behind all of us, there's this web that connects everything, and Strain is about touching into that web, and that's why Grapple can grapple anywhere, right? You don't need a point. Yes. The web is everywhere. You find the web and pull it towards you, and how the different classes sort of make this web come to life, I think is going to be really interesting for our players to discover over the next few months as we start talking more about it.
And it's been something that we've been exploring on throughout the whole campaign, is also your Guardian's journey in discovering Strand, as Joe was saying, and how we can learn and utilize this new darkness power is part of the story that we're gonna go through with players, and so it's been really cool.
Palace
as a Titan, I'm very excited about doing the Titan thing and actually hold Strand and have like a whole AOE.
What's with all the punching?
Whoa, they're close. Now they're back on.
Excuse me.
This is a refined punching. So yeah, super excited about Strand, and I think one thing that I really want to make sure that we highlight is what Joe said. Like, you don't need a grapple point to use the grapple. Like, you can actually grapple onto anything, the air or whatever you want, because we are using this cosmic web that permeates the world.
Yeah. That's really good for me, because as a hunter who regularly overextends himself into like every fight and is just like after 2 seconds like, I gotta get out of here, that grapple has saved my life a lot of times.
Sweet. Can't wait to get my hands on the grapple. We also talked about the legendary campaign in the showcase.
What are the rewards?
Is there anything new
campaign?
to the legendary campaign coming, or can we expect some of the classic rewards that we got last time with the getting us raid ready and things like that?
Yeah, I think from a reward side, we're following a really similar story. I think we're going to give you the awesome, gear at the end of the campaign to get you up in that powerful band. We're going to get you choose one of the new exotics. This time, we're making sure they have high stat rolls on them. But in addition, because you're unlocking Strand during all this, we're also going to give you a little bit of extra Strand currency. So if you do the legendary campaign, you're going to be able to earn 1 extra fragment right off the bat. But I think the differences really start to come less in the rewards and more in the campaign itself. If you look at the the Witch Queen and what we did in the campaign of the Witch Queen, I sort of like to compare that to the Corrupted Strike, right? There's like a little bit of nuance, it's a little bit creepy, there's some mechanics going on, and you get to play with a little finesse, right? Each thing is a little bit surprising. Really what we're doing in Lightfall is like the Proving Ground Strike, right? You're like, hey, you want to shoot a lot of people, right? Like, do you want to get in there and fight just a ton of Cabal? I think the thing, we're going to have players go through the Legendary campaign, and when you hit that wipe screen on an encounter, sometimes you see the report, and you're like, whoa, how many? Did
I do that?
Yeah.
I think you're Joe, not many.
Oh, shots fired.
I mean, Legendary campaign has been such a joy to to bring into the Destiny universe the past couple of releases. Just getting back to that that smart combat that you have to make choices. You can't just be James and rush in and then try and grapple your way out of trouble. You have to actually think about where you're going to stand, where you're going to aim, what your loadout is. How are you kitted out for this fight? And to see the designers at Bungie just spend so much time thinking about all the different dimensions of the encounter, all the different ways that a player can pick it apart, and the different ways that they want players to be able to make progress in it or push back on the players. There's just so much loving handcrafted work that goes into designing these encounters. It's just been so much fun to watch.
And honestly, just because I'm probably I'm definitely the most recent person to Bungie, I think seeing that, what James is just saying about the love that goes into crafting all these experiences has been absolutely just fascinating and just endearing, honestly. As a huge Destiny fan, and now having the privilege of honestly working on my absolute favorite game in the world, it's amazing to see how it all comes together. And sorry, I'm going to stop or I'm going to get emotional. Go.
Good.
Sure. Taylor, let's. What are you thinking about the Strand abilities? What are you excited for in Lightfall? What are you thinking you want to jump into?
I feel like most, except for James, we're all Titans here, right? No?
Warlock.
Wow.
No.
Okay. You know
Listen,
what?
I've seen.
There has to be.
I think we're the only Titans, really.
I think the biggest problem with being able to see the internal stuff is you see all the armor sets really early, and then you're like, okay, what class am I playing this time?
Yeah. Especially the aesthetic. That is always all about the fashion and how your abilities will kind of mesh with. I'm all about aesthetic fashion, so it's nice to kind of fit that in with your subclasses.
Well, fashion is the real end game, right?
Oh yeah.
Always.
So we love fashion, we love Destiny, we don't want it to end, but we've heard talk about the end of this light and dark saga. What does that mean? Is Destiny going away?
No, Destiny's not going anywhere. I think the easiest way to think about the end of the Light and Dark saga is the end of a chapter in a much longer tale, a much longer book or series of books or something like that. This is a great moment in time in the history of Destiny and in the history of the world. And we want to tell it right, and we want to have a satisfying conclusion, but a conclusion to that chapter, not the story of Destiny.
I think we've been, for a long time, we've been setting up this, we've got this big white ball in the sky, the Traveler, and we've got these big creepy pyramids coming from space. And we want to make sure that we're always making good on those stories, right? We say, hey, you've been waiting for this. We're going to give it to you. And then we're going to go to a next chapter, and we're going to be able to move beyond that in the Destiny universe and talk about new, exciting ideas.
Awesome. So Destiny is forever. You know what else is forever? Fortnite. Epic? What's going on?
I mean, why wouldn't we want to be on Epic Game Store?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, one of the key pillars of Destiny that our ambitious goal that we try to hold ourselves to is we want to be able to play this game anywhere, right? And just Epic Game Store is such a huge step in that direction. There's so many amazing gamers that are over there on that platform. And we're big fans of Epic. We're big fans of all those games. We're super excited today to be able to bring them, just bring Destiny to all those players who may not have experienced it before. And also
the collector's edition of Lightfall has the fish.
Game Store today and sign up.
That makes so much sense. The fish came from Neptune.
Last year for free.
Got it all.
Wow.
Forever.
Wow. I'm super excited to see all the collaborations.
Now we know where
Epic,
Bungie put the fish.
Fortnite, Fall Guys, all that. But before we get into that, there's some other things, very exciting things that the community's been asking for a long time. LFG's coming into the game. You finally did it. Give me the story behind this.
Yeah, I mean, Dan just talked about it, how important it is for us, for the Destiny 2 team, to make sure that Destiny is like a social game and a game that like
Paul
it's so
Tassi
easy to jump in and just like find your,
you could have given me like 500 guesses, and I would not have predicted a secret techno Neptune city for the location of this expansion.
And so making sure that we have a really good system
Why did Callus put base in the moon pyramid? Because he's Callus.
Your clan is not available for some reason, or
that
you're
guy
actually looking for a clan.
It's in a chair.
I think it's going to bring a lot of those experiences
Also,
to
it's
way
1 minute
way
away.
more people than it currently does. And so it's super exciting that we'll be able to bring that in next year.
I think one of the most exciting things about LFG is the way the team is approaching it, right? And they want to make sure we have the right foundation, because we want a really stellar LFG tool in Destiny. And so, you know, what's coming first with Lightfall is this thing we call Guardian Ranks. And Guardian Ranks for us is, it's this journey from the absolute new light player all the way to a Grandmaster like PvE All-Star. And you can go through these ranks and it'll show you, hey, here's what you need to do next. Oh, you've mastered that? You should try some of this stuff. You should try learning about build crafting. Okay, you should try getting into dungeons. You should try getting into a little bit harder strikes. And we think of that as really as the base for LFG, because when you want to go to LFG, you want to know that the people that you're looking to build your raid team with, your dungeon team with, your trial team with, you want to know they're ready, right? And so Guardian Ranks really is this thing that you can say, like, hey, I'm ready. Like, I've done all the stuff that shows I'm ready for the raid.
Stats.
Yeah, and I think between Guardian Ranks and accommodations, we not only have the tools that are hopefully going to say, hey, I know I can build a good raid team in this tool. We also have encouraging people to go down and say, hey, let's take this person on their first raid, right? Let's bring them up. Let's get them up to the next level of Guardian Ranks. And so I'm really excited about how the social team is addressing all these things, because it's really important. We love this sort of unmatched made content in Destiny. We want to keep it challenging and engaging, but we also want to build those tools that are going to allow you to get into that content and say, oh yeah, I've done the raid. Right, I've done the, I've gone and mastered some of the coolest content in Destiny.
Yeah, I think there's like a lot of cool elements that like Joe's talking about, where it's like it's showing you what you need to do to to progress, how to spend your time. Another property I really like about Guardian Ranks is that as you move up, it forces you a little bit out of your comfort zone. It's getting you to try new things, to maybe do new things, like new activity types, to try and put yourself out there like a little more in terms of like. Like the aspirational content, or trying to do some social things to keep your growth and your journey in Destiny like moving forward at all times, and not falling into like these like the same patterns over and over. So there's a lot of just really cool effects having like a Guardian Rank system that has on the player.
Yeah, and one of the last things that I think that we're really hoping the system can do is, Destiny can be an overwhelming game, not just for a new player to get into. Hey, there's so much stuff, what should I do? Also, if you're taking a break and you're coming back. And we really want the Guardian Ranks to be this place that you can go where you're like, what should I do? There's so much to do in Destiny. What should I do? And you can say, okay, I should work on this.
Wait, you're allowed to take breaks?
You are allowed to take breaks. Yes. And I think this is a really important part of Guardian Ranks, is that even if you have friends who are playing, but like you're coming back to the game, or you're brand new to the game, that's probably a place you can point them to. And it's like, why don't you just follow like this? And it's probably a great path for you to ramp up. And then Joe also mentioned commendations. And one of the really important things about building a game that's inherently social, and we want it to be, is to make sure that our Guardians are in their best behavior and are being super helpful to the community. And so commendations after every match-made activity is actually something that will be able to reflect that, where players will now be able to send commendations to each other and reward players for their good things that they did in the game. Either they were helpful, or like they were really good at PvP, or whatever it was. And so that system plugs into Guardian Ranks, and I think it's going to be really a highlight of the system.
Yeah. The once you get past all of the, hey, I've done all the content, there's a few Guardian Ranks at the end that are all actually about that accommodation. Wow. It's all about trying to say, okay, you've proven that you can do all this. Now prove that you're a person that other people want to play with. And it doesn't always have to be that you're the, most amazing raid leader. It can also be that like, whoa, Kat's just like super dependable, right? She's got like a good attitude, and like you look at her lane in Vault of Glass, and you're like, yeah, it's handled, right? Like, and I can always count that like what's going on over there is on the up and up.
Is there like a comic relief one for those of us who are really just good on chat?
Yes.
Good backpack.
Yeah. I'll take
Good
it.
at riding the backpack.
That's right.
I want the troll commendation. I'm leading somebody off a ledge somewhere, put it in the game. All right. So one of the things we're going to get our hands on, well, now, Season of the Plunder is here. Arc 3.0 is here. What do we have to say about Arc 3.0? There's so much cool stuff to get our hands on. Taylor, what do you think?
For Arc 3.0, it's touching like all things Arc, and so like one of the things that is really cool about Arc 3.0 is you can bring in
whether we wanted it or not, we've
Arc
stepped
weapons
into a war
that
with the Cabal on
have been your
Mars.
favorites.
Let's get to taking out the
cool.
command one by one.
And like
That's
having
historic.
that like
But when I can gather, he
synergize
commands
with the new
siege
Arc
dances from an
3.0.
Imperial land tank
It's
just
something
outside the
that
Rubicon.
I think
We can
we're
punch those
really
defenses,
excited to see everyone
but with the right fire
playing
team,
with
we might
Arc
be able to
3.0,
punch those
being able
defenses,
to
take them out, and break
kind
their
of
grip on
build up
Freehold.
and craft their own style, and seeing like what people come up with in the next few weeks. And I'm just really excited to see how everyone handles it. I'm really excited for like the Titan Thunderclap. I cannot wait for that.
Titans get another one-shot ability.
I'm just excited. I get to throw my arc staff.
Yes.
I cannot tell you how many times I have popped that thing, gone twirling, gone after somebody, and they just just jump over me, and I just go right off the ledge to my doom. Now with like being able to throw the arc staff, like I have like a whole nother way to just like miss and like be totally ineffective with my super and get laughed at by everybody. But it's like it's
Hunter
it's so
struggles.
cool.
Hunter struggles. Warlocks have a cool new ability where they turn into a ball of lightning.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Normal, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Let's just put that in the game. And so also Blink is back on the menu.
Yes.
How great
You never
is that?
quit, do you?
I mean, I'm excited for
You
the
just
people
never
that
quit,
love
do you?
Blink.
Took out golf, woke up to travel, and now half of what I hear in the streets is how much you and your clan are making a difference. That's why I started this whole clan thing in the first place. People are waiting for the Vanguard to lead the way, but it's time for change, and Guardians like you are making it happen. No pressure.
And then we're just sitting there. We're on the King's Fall tomb ships. We're looking down at them. And you're like,
you got it,
you
buddy?
sure? You sure you're great at
I'm gonna
Blink?
well skate across the fucking.
Oh man! So
King's
Arc
Fall.
3.0 is here. We got Season of
Raid, the
Plunder,
entire thing.
Pirates. Let's talk about the narrative theme of this season. Why pirates? What are we doing?
Why not?
Why not? I know.
Whether we
realize
wanted
I
it or
set
not.
myself up for the why not.
I mean, yeah, who doesn't like pirates? I think that we've seen time and time again in pop culture, like we're always so fascinated with like the pirate fantasy of like action, adventure, peril, a lot of that unknown on the open seas, and that felt like we could really merge that into the Destiny universe and make it make sense, because there's always looming danger in the universe. Like there's so much empty space. You don't know what's lurking out there. And I think it's also a really cool way that we can tap into some further stories about like Drifter and Spider, and how they've had like these run-ins with the unsanctioned side of the galaxy, and kind of just finding a little bit more to them, and some deeper dives into their personality and their characters.
Yeah, pirate mystique is just a real thing, right? Like, and when you have, to Joe's point before, right? Like we have our sphere good, triangle bad. Like we have very clear images on what's on what side of the battle. Having something that is neither, having something that is that like, you don't really know where it's going to go and is unsanctioned, to use your words. I just think that's really exciting. It just adds a new dimension to the struggle and the conflict.
And pirates is really like, it's classic Destiny. Like the Fallen are spider pirates.
Yep.
It is time that we make good. When you say this is a fallen captain, you're like, a captain of what? And you're like, of that.
And Aramis is back.
You see that pirate ship back there?
Yeah. I mean, but that's a true statement, right? Like, ships are always cool. Pirate ships are cooler. Like, it's always are. There's a cool thing about the pirate aesthetic that I think the team just nailed for this release.
So can we talk about the aesthetic a little bit? Are we getting pirate hats? What are we going to be wearing as pirates? Are we going to get to do the full get up?
Oh yeah, yeah. We as the fashion lover here, we get the hats. We get some slick coats. I am a Titan main, but I have to say the Warlock set is so cool. We kind of are fashioning
baby.
Our armor sets based off of like some of the pirate fantasy of like captains or swashbucklers, and so you're seeing a lot of hats, you're seeing a lot of coats, a lot of like shiny buttons and like doodads that are just attached to your armor, and it's I'm so excited. I am going to wear so much pirate gear.
All the pirate gear.
Do we get parrots?
You know, I don't. Yeah. I don't think we get parrots. We do get crewmates though. So.
Okay. Did parrots survive the golden age? They're different. Someone call Julia.
Parrots, you know. So we're looking good. We got our pirate gear on. What are we chasing after this season?
A lot of loot. I was gonna say a lot of booty, but a lot of loot.
A lot of booty. You heard it here first.
So we have some. We really leaned into the pirate fantasy. So we have an activity called Catch Crash. Try saying that 3 times fast. It is a challenge. And it is essentially you are having a shipboarding crew, and you launch yourself over to the enemy ship. You fight your way through to the captain's quarters, and then you beat up that fallen captain and and get that loot. And then we also have expeditions, and it is 3 different activities where you're kind of going, plundering and finding treasure and glory. And then we also have hideouts, and those are
the image of the Titan in the King's Fall, where they showed it, the King's Fall trailer. There's Touch of Malice is fucking right there.
Meeting some fighting and fortune in there.
Super cool, super cool. So we know we're gonna get some new story stuff this season. We know we get new story stuff coming with Lightfall, but the day-to-day gameplay loop of Destiny. What's coming to Strikes, Gambit, Crucible? What can you say about that?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I think the good news today is that we've got Cathedral of Dust coming back to Destiny today. We've got a new PvP game mode coming soon this season called Eruption. Next season, we are hitting the old competitive playlist pretty hard. We're doing some matchmaking stuff, and on top
Can
of
I
that,
just
we're
say, let's
getting,
fucking go.
Let's
go.
To Shacks, which I think will be a pretty exciting thing. And then as we sort of get into season 20 and Lightfall, we're really turning our eye towards Zavala and the old Vanguard playlist, with focusing coming to him. We are refreshing some strikes, which is the first thing that we've done. This is not like an old strike coming in Destiny. It's a D2 strike that we look at and say, I think those could use a little bit of love.
Like the shadows.
So you may find out about some of those coming in. And then we've also got some really exciting changes just coming to Nightfall and stuff overall that we'll talk a little bit more. And then, of course, next year, you should expect reprised PvP maps and new PvP maps coming as well.
Yep.
Sweet. So what else are you guys excited to talk about? I mean, one of the cool things from the trailer that we saw that we didn't get to touch on really, we've been talking about fashion, and the changes you guys made to the fashion interface was amazing. That's now coming to loadouts. Can we talk about that some?
I have a nice story to tell because I remember interviewing for Bungie, and it was like, if you could add one thing to Destiny, what would that be? And I was like, loadouts. And everyone was just like looking at me because, again, I wasn't hired yet, and I was just like, And then, you know, as we saw, loadouts are coming. So it's very exciting. I think it's something that like every Destiny player has wanted to have in the game. And so I'm very excited that not only like you can have multiple builds, but also the fashion game is kind of introduced in part of that experience. And so it's going to be super cool to engage with.
Yeah. Also worth mentioning that like much like some of the third-party apps that exist, the loadout system will be able to pull your gear from anywhere. So you don't have to make sure you're carrying all the right stuff. You can switch it up on the fly, pull from other characters, the vaults, etc. I think it's going to be pretty big for player quality of life and just enjoying the fashion game.
Yeah,
Very nice.
I think what James was talking about earlier when he was talking about those handcrafted encounters in Lightfall, I think one of the things that I'm really excited about was, you know, playing through the legendary campaign of the Witch Queen, it could often feel like, hey, the tax of switching up what I'm using is so high, I'm just gonna find one good build and I'm gonna hope that it lasts, and unless I hit a real roadblock, like we're gonna keep sailing. You know, with all the light subclasses getting 3.0 and with loadouts and, you know, the manager coming along, I'm really excited for players to, you know, boot up Lightfall, set up all their different possibilities, and then go into these missions. And if they fail once, say, you know what, I think I should use Void for this, and then just press the button and be on their Void loadout, and then just hit that rally flag and be ready to go.
That's super cool. It's super cool.
And I think with all the synergies and mods that you now slot everywhere, I think it's such a time saver as well. Like it's much faster to get into the fun and like even strategize with if you're playing with a fire team and be like, how can we make sure that like we're all covering all the things that we need to cover for each encounter and each activity. So it's, yeah, super excited about it.
Huge time saver. I'm so excited for that because my fire team takes way too long in the tower to like figure out what they're gonna set up and what they're doing, and it's like, you guys, let's just go. Like, so I'm very excited.
Well, I'm really excited for content creators as well, because I think one thing that's been difficult, you know, people will discover a great building can be really hard to show off and to talk about. And this is just, hey, I just took a screenshot of one page, right? And here's everything you need to see on it, right? And then someone will be like, oh, okay, I can set that up. I can call it the flawless loadout, right? Like,
that's great. I like that. I might use it. Yeah, no, that's a great feature that you guys have added. I know as a creator, doing guides, sharing builds with the community, being able to just share it on the fly like that, it's going to make a lot of people's lives a lot easier. You can just click of the button, switch to an all Strand loadout. So let's go back to Strand. All right, are we getting Strand everything? Strand weapons, Strand armor? Like what's?
We're getting legendary and exotic Strand weapons.
Yep.
And I think that's all we can say.
Yeah, without someone from the weapons team appearing from behind one of these photos and taking us out.
They're in the building, you know they are.
They're watching. Okay.
One thing we haven't talked about though are the raids. So we have a new raid coming out this season. Well, new raid coming out this season, and then no one asked about Lightfall. I don't know.
I'm like on edge over here. Like, yeah, we definitely have not talked about the raids, Kat.
Yeah, tell me everything.
Tell me everything. Can't really say much. There's a raid. There's a raid. Yeah, I mean, raids are obviously like one of our most cherished end-game activities, and so it's something that is coming for Lightfall. We'll have a brand new raid, a 6-man activity, as they've been. We're super excited about that, and we'll share more soon.
And then I think the thing that also we'll stay pretty cryptic about, people know is coming, is that Season 19, there's a whole brand new dungeon coming out, right? Oh, right? And again, sworn to secrecy here, like you'll find out when you find out, but I think that, you know, we've been really happy with the amount of Raids and Dungeon content coming out this year. We really want to make sure, as Guardian ranks and LFG come on, there's always just like a girth of PvE in-game content for you to sink into. Yeah.
Really nice. And we talked about the raid. I'm assuming the Witness is going to be tied into that some kind of way. Can we talk anything about what we can expect from the Witness? Are we finally going to learn more about what the Witness's deal is?
Ooh, I can take this one. Yes, we will.
Okay.
We will.
There you have it.
Yes, sir.
The Witness. Okay.
Yes, we'll find out about the Witness. All right. Anything else you're excited to share with us? Any insights from the team? Any tidbits you have for us?
I think one thing we haven't talked about, James, I know you wanted to talk a little bit about the gear that's waiting for on the helm, and I wanted to talk about...
Fuck that. Here. Let's drop 1,014. Now the queue time. The hardest raid boss of them. The queue time. Now we get to finally play the game. Yep. In an unknown amount of time.
Woo! Are you having fun yet? I am.
The raid boss is here, guys. The raid boss is here. It's the queue. Let's go. My name is Saul Goodman. You have right to...
Waiting for the Lightfall is here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Oh wow, they made... Are you in the game already? Okay, well, this just in, breaking news. Some cool ass exotics. Probably wait. The Fallen Sunstar for Warlocks. Ionic traces you create move faster and give you additional energy. Nearby allies also gain energy when you collect one. Seems kind of cool. This one's already disabled, apparently. Defeating targets with Thunderclap restores melee energy. Targets near you when you use Thunderclap suffer lightning strikes. Being amplified increases the range of these. Okay, we're fucking in the game. Holy shit. I'm coming. Your weapons gain bonus damage briefly after you emerge from being invisible. While you're invisible, defeat a combatant with a finisher, and your allies gain an overshield. An improved class or ability. Fuck that. We're playing the game. We're playing the game. We're in the game, man. Question is, what do I play first? Hunter, Titan, Warlock. Also, I guess I can play... I might be able to get Divinity now. If I play. Lock, I get Warlock. Clan banner.
I was not there when my house fell to ruin. Defectors joined the coward Kel Mithrax in his worthless House of Light and fled to the last city. They devoted themselves to their oppressors, the Guardians, and their great machine. There is no greater shame. I tried to claim stasis for my people, but But I was judged, bound, abandoned by the same power I sought to command. Some chains cannot be broken. Or so they would have you believe.
You thawing out. Run. Crown of Tempest.
Thanks for helping your
Thanks
old
for
pal
helping us,
Drifter
Drifter.
with this
I'm Drifter.
delicate situation, hero. I had a delivery headed toward the last city when these House Salvation goons hijacked it. Now I just need you to get in there and expedite my shipment. I'll let you know what we're looking for once you're inside.
I like the look.
I don't blame
let
House
me do my
Salvation for
subclass
skimming a little
first,
cream off the
Drifter.
trade routes. Couldn't have been easy after the
While you're
head
amplified, your
honcho got
arc special
turned
weapons
into a
create a blind
popsicle. But I didn't think they'd have the guts to try something like this. Once we get my cargo back,
Do the weapons
you'll
look
see
different,
what
or am
I
I
mean.
tripping? Swear to God, these weapons look... I play this game every day. I would know that. Sliding over ammo. Grenades jolt targets. Oh, they brought this one back. This one my Form Greet, yeah. Finishers make you amp. Try that one. Set up. But before I do that, okay, never mind. Let me buy the season pass. Fuck off. My pussy! Stop hitting me. Wait a minute, this is... I'm going to fucking kill you. We fast. We fast as fuck.
Our misappropriated shipment is just ahead.
I forgot what my melee ability. We fast as fuck. spiders in
spirit,
here.
boss. I finessed the Guardian into doing the actual rescuing.
You let the Guardian see me like this? We'll have words once I'm out of here.
About that. First, let's discuss the matter of our hazard pay.
What? We had a deal. I will not be leveraged by an amateur extortionist.
Sure thing, boss. We'll just ship you back to the Tangled Shore. Queen Mara's got a handsome bounty on your ugly mug. Could be quite the payday.
Tell you what, House Salvation commandeered my old catch. If you can fight your way there, it's yours. My associates will join you along the way. Give them a lift, and we'll call it even.
Hear that, hero? We got ourselves a new ride. Just gotta break it out of impound.
There's something you should know. I overheard some dregs talking.
While you were hiding in your kennel?
We really do be going maximum.
House Salvation is rallying. Someone's kicked the hornet's nest. They're looking for something left over from the Dark Ages.
Sounds ominous. But I'm sure the Guardian can handle it.
That's Hall 6. One of my trusted associates. He's deadly with a wire rifle. Useful if you're pinned down.
Crazy.
Sounds like you found my remaining crew. Help them clear out this rabble.
Will do.
Meet the rest of my associates. They're no good to me dead. Make sure to bring them back alive.
You weren't lying about these House Salvation jokers. They're all riled up. What'd you say they're looking for?
Relics. Antiquities of some kind.
That's awfully esoteric for a bunch of rubes like these. They gotta be taking orders from someone. That must be the big boss in charge. Take him out, hero.
I wiped! Wipe.
That must be the big boss in charge. Take him out, hero. Witness must have broken Aramis out. No wonder House Salvation's scrambling.
So, the ship stealer is back in play. The artifact she's after.
Price of her freedom, I bet.
Oh, imagine the resale value.
Luckily, we got a clean ship and a dirty crew to chase her with.
Do me a favor, Guardian. Don't let this clown pilot my catch.
Come on now, Spider. I'll treat her like she was my own.
That's what I'm worried about.
Only thing you better worry about is the welcome you'll get back in the last city. Let's ride, Guardian.
Always get the shit. I look ridiculous. Without my helmet on, I look ridiculous.
Be careful with that cargo, or I'll dock you myself! Then it's true. Aramis has broken free. Her name still carries weight. The old crews now rally under her command.
The old crews. I've read about them. The Ketch Killers and Skiff Blades. What is the human word?
Pirates. Aramis thawing out is bad news, sure. And she's looking for something. But luck's on our side for a change. This little trinket is exactly what we need.
What's that?
That's access, little sister. You hold this key, and any door they close, you can open. If you can find it.
We must not take the old crews lightly. The full vanguard should be rallied to deal with these outlaws.
Yeah, that's a tough sell. Zavala's preparing for Callus's next move. Ikora's got her hidden looking for Aramis, but they stick to the shadows. That leaves us.
Father, we should do whatever we can to help. And there's so much exhilarating knowledge to be gained from these pirates. They may hold antiquities from the time of the whirlwind.
Idol, this is more serious than you realize.
You ain't wrong. We all know how dangerous Aramis can be. It's your call, hero. Well, anchors away. Ready when you are, Captain.
Arg.
Pirates, huh? Where the hell are we? That's a cool. Oh, we're in the Batsa district again? Oh, yo, it's my boy. It's the servitor too. My boy. Scourge of the Past. Gungun is that? This place got an upgrade, huh? They added a bar.
We have not formally met. I am Ido, scribe of House Light, daughter of Mizrak Skell, whom you already know.
Yes. Mizrax and I are well acquainted.
I have heard the stories.
Have you now?
Do you hold a title, sir? I've heard what they call you.
Oh, I hold a great many things. Spider is better than Fallen, and no worse than your old man letting the Guardians call him Mithrax.
Yes, some of them struggle to pronounce his name.
Mithrax.
Yes. It's surprising what they struggle with. Present company excluded, of course.
Ooh, there's a new ornament this season.
Yes, this Guardian is quite competent. I still hope I will be able to assist somehow.
Very plucky of you, Ido. How does your father feel about your involvement? It seems these old pirate crews have put a touch of fear into him.
Yes, he seemed apprehensive. But I am a scribe. Chronicling our history is part of my position. And deep down, he must be as excited about the adventure as any of us.
Oh, I'm positively thrilled. Now, little scribe, if you'd be kind enough to excuse us. The Guardian and I have business to discuss.
Of course. Welcome to the last city. May the light provide.
May the light provide. Mizrax, you old charlatan. You built quite the house of cards here. Guardian, it's been a while. Seems like only yesterday I was in the Tangled Shore.
Now Raoul stole your job.
Trading in Seraphite and phase glass. Now, I'm nestled in the bosom of the Traveler. Oh!
Bosom.
Funny where owing a debt to Drifter can get you, huh? And let's keep the details of my ignominious rescue between us. Now then. It sounds as though you're off to cross swords with Aramis and the old crews. Mithrax seemed none too pleased about that. I wonder why. I'll tell you what, my friend. I'll let you keep using my ship while you go digging for secrets. I think you've got the steel for it. Now go show those pirates what happens when they cross Spider. While you're gone, I'll gather some accoutrements no budding captain should be without. No need to thank me, Guardian. I only ask that you keep my wanton generosity to yourself. I have a reputation to maintain.
What you do, Mr. Spider, sir? Whatever you say.
You want me to do that?
It's been a pleasure doing business with you.
But before I do that, let's go to the helm. What does this? It's a fusion rifle, an arc one. Collecting an ionic trace overcharges a weapon. Fires a horizontal spread. There's only one other fusion that. The one you get from Europa. Final blows of this weapon has a chance shot. Traces powerful foes and guardians. So it's just like a bustin'. Where's the egregore at? The allure of a god. Oh, it even comes. Look, it even comes with a build. That's fucking cool. Oh, you can get this for free. Free. Might as well just delete. All right. I'll use Arc now. When surrounded, yeah, seems good. This is the build. This is the arc build. So that's really cool. You just get a bunch of shit for free. I wonder if it's all 60. I wonder if it's all max level off the bat. Someone cleaned up around here.
Eris told me what happened.
That's cool. You just get like a free chest of loot. I do wonder if it is always like 1570, because my armor is 1570. What the fuck? Feist weapon, Suros, Amalon, Hake, World League. Hi. They brought back the weapon. Ooh, I love that. Let's juice our bounties. Oh, so much shit. Not that many. Stoppable shotgun. Anti-barrier auto? Probably do that. Sorry. It's just when you pop those bounties, it's so good. That's fucking crazy, though. Okay, well, all the fucking DLC is free now. So, I guess I have some homework. Already a master version? Okay, well, no. I'll do like one catch crash. I'll do a little bit. I'll play up to the, how about the seasonal weekly cap? I'll play until like this is over with. And then we're fine, right? We pirates. We pirating. Orbin time.
Has been the elixir way for centuries. You are only playing at this life.
The elixir way has changed.
Yet here you are.
The sound effect, the sound design team goes off. Oh, yo, the sounds of space and you get it, you can blink.
You got a lot to learn about swashbuckling. We ain't the prey, we're the hunters. Now let's see what kind of loot these buccaneers got.
The solar energy from those scorch cannons should disable their shields.
Associates in the captain's quarters, and don't let them take all the loot.
That's the captain who ordered the attack on our catch.
The top deck will soon be overrun. Return to our catch while you can. These pirates have quite the ether reserves. Blow them up with their own ether charges.
Okay, this is intense. There's so many things going on.
You got a lot to learn, crab cakes. The Guardian don't run from a fight.
We're fucking feeding. This is pretty cool.
Oh, human musical tradition.
Where's my loot? Give me my loot. Where's my loot sponge? Fucking fun dude. Where is There's my loot. Of course, on the top, bragger. I think that's like the main activity. Oh, you know, I think. Melee damage, weapon increased, target accuracy, healing melee. Bolt shock, reloading this weapon after defeating a target overcharges it. Next. And calls the enemies to. Okay, that's actually a good roll. Can you craft these weapons? I wanted to get my reaction. That was very. Maybe we're not gonna end it. I'll end it when we finish this quest. Literally just about to finish it. Oh yeah, look. You only need 2 patterns for. Oh, you can craft the battler. Blood feud. These are raid weapons. Secret Triumph pattern. Yeah, so you can craft the raid weapon.
Guardian.
Hello, Guardian.
I thought the Elixni had moved on from such senseless brutality. It seems I was mistaken. Aramis has awoken and has summoned the old crews to aid her. Regrettably, it falls on you to stop them.
Me?
For that, you will require a star chart and a captain's atlas. Spider had these antiques in his collection. Use them if you must, but
The season
remember that you are
already
a
shaping
guardian
up to be pretty
chosen
fun, I think.
by the light.
Especially with King's Fall coming
These
back.
pirates, brutal remnants of our past.
Now I also have to get Divinity.
not.
I have to get Divinity
Aramis chose
and
to ally
also
with them for a
get
reason.
Xenophage because
They know the stars in a way even House Salvation does not. I fear that Aramis may seek. Pay me no mind. Raise arms against these pirates and discover the truth for yourself.
Rangefinder. I think this one's triple tap focused fury shotgun. Actually, that could have been a good one. What the fuck? Treasure map. Oh, so you put the treasure map to just start the act.
Akura's been avoiding me. I suppose that's for the best.
So many activities. What? Pulse? Oh, we have Overload. Underlord. Yeah, they've updated the profile, like the images right. Some of these are very different. Thumbnails and some of these weapons. So I'm just gonna do this activity, record my first initial gameplay thoughts. Okay, well they haven't nerfed they haven't nerfed resilience yet, so I'm hogged. This shotgun. Yeah, just dealing melee gives the weapon better range and target accuracy. I mean, this thing has corkscrew accurate, beating friend.
The privateers we vanquished in a cache nearby. We must locate it. I thought your raiding days were over, Mithrak. many things such wealth can do for the Elixni people.
With a 2-burst pistol? Oh, that's good.
Our operation is disrupted. Locate the jammer nearby and destroy it.
Oh, but it's a full auto. It's a full auto. That makes it better. Yeah, but the seasonal weapons look awesome. They're just fucking blunderbusses.
Expedition has attracted some attention. Hurry up with that treasure haul. Sabotaging our treasure haul. Eliminate them.
Damn right. goddamn. Defend the loot.
You dare return to this place in the presence of a machine spawn. Where is your pride, Mithrax?
Pride is a sickness that killed the younger Mithrax, as it will kill you in time.
You claim piety, even as you plunder.
Grave robber, swashbuckler on the machine gun? Bungie, my loot. My fucking loot, Bungie. Bungie! Yeah, and also right hook, perfect. And there's different maps. I love these weapons already. Look, bussin'. Thermo shock plating is. Alt shock is. Reloading this weapon after the shot. Coming, are you? So, Quartermaster. Summon the servitor from the higher banner during grants you unlocks focusing into armor. Equipped weapon. Unlocks a random bonus when you eat out with your. Go 2 arm. Bungee. Kill. $50. It makes sense. Because this season is from now to December. All craft each. I don't like that. Doing that for the triumph. Craft each weapon. Especially when that one kind of sucks.
This pirate lord is named Valog.
I think after I do this one, I'm
from which side?
done.
I couldn't tell you. This is a dangerous undertaking. These lairs are frequented by many unsavory types. Speaking of, Valog has a reputation for heavy-handed brutality. I say you show her a little brutality of your own.
I'm surprised that didn't kill me. What the what? Oh. Keep low with this.
It's not just her life. The pride is on the line. The Headless Crew is a
It's a ball.
Antiquities indeed. So this is where the trail leads.
The scout rifle.
Well then, we best keep these relics out of Aramis's hands.
Sorry.
Don't you agree? This would make a wonderful addition to my collection, whatever it is. But I imagine you'll hand it over to Mithrax and that nosy daughter of his for the good of the elixir.
So far this season is bussin'. So far this is insane. Get my hand. Melee damage. And also, can I just say, Grave Robber on a machine gun? Insane. Just punch an enemy and all of a sudden the whole magazine's reloaded at thin. Like, it's amazing.
Hello, Guardian. My father and I are already studying the relic you reclaimed from the pirates. I am eager to learn the nature of the strange energies that seep from within. I was thrilled to aid in your engagement with Aramis's fleet. I hope my support was beneficial, although I admit I am unused to the rigors of combat. While I did study with the Awoken Techians, gunplay was never a part of the syllabus. I am proud of the progress we made together. Thank you for including me as part of your crew.
Gator.
I must continue my studies.
Let's look at that.
May the light provide.
Can I see the shader from? I love new shaders. Give me all the new shaders in the history.
What catches your eye?
Go pick an engram.
Your glimmer is always welcome here.
Okay. So that's the stuff for the week. Master. I guess we do the campaign now. That's the stream. I just want first impression. That's usually why I do these first initial impressions. I don't really stream off. Are the streams very, very fucking